I want to rewind your memories back to a time before microtransactions, before Park, before the greed. Back when 2K was about nothing but straight hoops. And personally, I want to relive that experience, especially since I asked you guys what challenge you guys want to see next from me, and over 50% of you said 2K10's 40 to 99 challenge. Unfortunately for me, not only was 2K10 the first ever MyCareer, but was the longest track to not only 99, but also to the NBA itself. And it's gonna take me over 150 in-game hours to hit 99 overall, so this series is gonna take me a little minute. So let's get it started. I had to go to 3 different game stores to find a copy of 2K10 on the PS3, and I'm hoping that this disc is not super scratched up. You guys let me know. Oh, you guys can see the camera, so I'm guessing it's not that bad. But for today's video, our goal is simple. We are going to create my player, and we are going to get to the NBA. Hopefully.
I assume you're here because you're ready to see if you have what it takes to make it in the NBA.
Yes, I want to make it to the NBA. Now, I had to do a little research to find the best build to hit 99 overall. And by research, I mean asking ChatGPT. We're going to go shooting guard and we're going to go scoring. Make him 6'6" and put him up to 210 pounds. Now we can finally get into the customization of things and try to make myself on this game.
Approximately 10 hours later.
And the one thing I remember about 2K10 was that every my player looked the exact same. So I did the best with what I could work with. Did I make myself? Do I look good? As a scoring shooting guard, we start off as a whopping 41 overall, but some of these stats actually aren't as bad as you may think. I have a 65 across shot inside, close, and mid-range, and have a 58 three-pointer, which might be good enough to allow me to shoot just a little. We're definitely not doing anything flashy with this 50 layup and 25 dunk, but hopefully I can get those up eventually. And we are decently fast, sitting at a 70 speed. These are not great stats, but way better than you would have thought when you heard of 40 overall. Now for the signatures, I'm not familiar with anything in this game, but I feel like going with Kobe Bryant for everything isn't the end of the world. And I'm just gonna put it the highest it will let me for every other animation. And this is the official iGameSometimes 2K10 build. Oh, we got a trophy, create a player. Lovely. I'm starting in the summer league and I have 6 games to prove myself worthy of a training camp invite. Unfortunately for me, I've been sent to the New York Knicks in 2009. Nick, go ahead and roll one New York Knicks highlight in 2009.
That he continues to play at an incredible level. He's got it. Kobe Bryant has now scored more points than any other player at Madison Square Garden with 61.
Thank you.
To help you get going, I've given you 1,000 skill points to start out with. Spend them wisely.
In here, you are given 1,000 skill points to start off your journey, which honestly doesn't do shit. But at least in 2K11 next year's title, they give you 10,000 to work with. Kinda wish I was playing that instead of this, but I digress. But if we are trying to make this the best experience possible, I'm gonna focus on getting my mid-range up, as that is the most consistent shot in this game. And I'm gonna upgrade it a little to a 67. This is gonna be a journey. Goddamn, why do I do this to myself? I do not know. I do have 6 drills I can complete, and these drills actually give you direct upgrades to skills that you work on. All right, let's see what that jumper looking like. Kobe, perfect. First shot of 2K10 is a perfect. So for us, that shooting drill is gonna become my best friend, especially since I wanna max out my mid-range early. All right, we got goal pretty easy there. 1 shoot off dribble. Damn it, but we are getting 400 SP. All right, another gold. What are we getting? Yes, 1 shot medium. What I was looking for, thank you. All right, and I'm gonna just go ahead and put my shot medium to a 70, and that's pretty much all I wanted to do before we started our first game. Don't know why, just wanted to do that. Starting each game, you are given 3 objectives to work. Damn it, fuck. Let me call you back, because I was in the middle, I was flowing. Starting each game, you are given 3 objectives to work towards that will reward you with skill points, and these are completely at random and can honestly get quite difficult. Nick, Gregory, Kobe, I don't know who the hell those guys are. Oh, and we are at the very end of the bench. Ooh, look at that teammate grade. Oh, that looked nasty. Ooh, and this camera angle is nasty as well. Immediately hopping into this, you can tell the teammate grading system is very unforgiving. Shit, allow my man to score. My bad, I didn't know he was pulling like that. But my bread and butter is gonna be that mid-range shot. Oh my God, first shot? Ooh. And I have no idea what the contest system is like for real, so I'm just letting it fly. But I'm still at a C after all that? They a little stingy with the teammate grade, huh? This game really made you earn your teammate grade. Oh, you made a shot? Who cares? You did a pass to assist? You want a cookie or something? This game feeds off IQ, and getting rebounds really helps. Get that board. Oh, look at that. Ah, I thought I got that. And the boost that assists give you is crazy. Almost made me wish I chose point guard instead. Because I swear, your teammates do everything possible to not give you the ball. Gregory, let me hold that. Gregory, let me hold that, Gregory. Rice, let me hold that, Rice. And I know, you gotta space the floor, but let's be real here. None of these guys are making it to the league. I don't think I've heard anyone say this, but the sound that they use when you go up and overall is so satisfying. I almost want them to bring it back. Right now, my mid-range is pretty hit or miss, and it would be until later on in the video that I would find out why. But right now, I'm just playing the straight and narrow, taking as many shots and trying to get as many assists as I can. Against weak competition like this, my shot close almost feels like a 90 rating, allowing me to stat pad even more. Paint defense in this game is so wishy-washy, but I guess that's every 2K. And back down to a B+, great. Oh, look at that steal. We're gonna go up for another strong layup. And there's an A for us. Oh, we might get an A+. What's this? Question mark? Oh, there's an A+. Let's go. Get over here. Oh, strong in that paint. For the first Summer League game, we are going to take the win and also walk away with 1400 SP. And I'm only going to miss one objective. All in all, pretty solid first game performance.
That was a serious game of hoop you just played. Way to go, man. Let's see if you can repeat that performance next game.
The 2K Insider saying something positive? Oh man, that's rare as fuck. Oh my god. After that game, I went immediately into finishing the rest of these drills, trying to get as much mid-range as I could. With 3,400 skill points, I upped my midi to a 79, bringing me up to a 43 overall.
Hey, I just got word that you're going to be in the starting lineup tonight. Congratulations on your first start. Now go out and make something of it.
Gotta make at least 1 3, force your matchup to do 1 turnover, and end with a C+ or better. I think we can do it. Right off the tip, I tried to trigger my inner Chris move for a 3, and it didn't work in my favor. On the next time down, I figured out how to finally do a proper pick and roll, getting an assist. I promise y'all, I am determined to hit a 3 this game. It's gonna happen. But maybe I just need to warm up with these middies. Even though I'm at a C, doing small things like good shot defense and even getting good shot selection can really improve the teammate grade even if you miss. And right here, I swear to everyone watching this was a 3-point shot. My feet are clearly behind the line, but 2K is hoeing me even in 2009. I think I've said this before, but this contest system is weird in the fact that sometimes it exists, but for a majority of the time, you can just about pull and shoot over anyone. And with a minute left in the second quarter, I finally get my 3-point shots to drop. That's my 3. Let's go. Truthfully, I was not even looking at the scoreboard for this game, and I didn't even realize how close this game was at the end. And I didn't do my team any favors with the shots I was deciding to pull up. Give me that lay. No. And it even got to a point where I was all the way down to a C. So not only did we not win the game, I only got 1 objective done, and I only got 132 SP. Definitely my worst game of the entire video.
Do I even need to bring up the number of bad passes you made? You need to learn when it's safe to make a pass and when it's not. This game proved you're not quite there yet. All things considered, I expect more out of you out there.
Hate to see him disappointed, man. This is going to take so goddamn long. I'm not looking forward to this. I don't even have to do this. I can stop right now. When I was playing all these games, I genuinely forgot how long of a process this was going to be. For context, this whole first episode is 6 hours of gameplay. And I tried to complete all of training camp in one night, and it shows on my face. I'm getting the game going with a nice couple of middies just to test out the heat a little. And while trying to make my way to the paint, I hit this nasty pass into an assist. This next one, I know the scouts will love, getting this defensive rebound and going coast to coast to stop and pop with a midi. Bang! A nice play on defense led to a fast break where I was already blinking red, but I was able to finish strong through contact for the lay. I sink another midi at the top of the key and trying to figure out my dribble animations, hitting a nice in and out move for a strong finish in the paint. Ooh, that was nasty. I still needed this free throw objective, and it took until the end of the third quarter to get fouled, but I have not shot free throws up to this point and did not know the timing, so the first one was garbage. Bad release, but at least I made the second. One realistic feature of this game that I like is the dribble system. This game will make you lose the ball if you don't have a high enough dribble rating, which is something that really needs to be brought back. In the fourth, I was able to draw another foul, hoping that making both of these free throws could seal the objective, but unfortunately, it needs to be 76%. Not 75, 1% off for those of you who can't do math. That's unfortunate, but I'm just concerned about winning in these last minutes. And I don't know what my block rating is, but let me tell you, I was surprised that I was able to get a block shot. And we do end up winning game number 3 with 2 of 3 objectives completed and 1200 SP.
I really have a lot of respect for players who get out there and give 100% effort on rebounding. All in all, I really don't know what else to say. Keep it up.
Thank you, 2K Insider. I really appreciate that. All right, let me upgrade my midi. I'm gonna go to an 82 on the midi, still a 43 overall. Portion matchup, 1 turnover, finish with a teammate grade of B- or better. I can definitely score at least 7 points. That is no problem there. For game 4, we're going against a rookie Steph Curry. And that does make sense with the timeline, just didn't expect to see him here. Looking like a damn alien. I'm starting the game off with a nice dime to my teammate cutting to the rim. Beautiful. On defense, I didn't even know you could draw charges in this game, but thank God I did so I can go ahead and complete this objective. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little cold right now, but thankfully this midi on the left was able to drop. One thing that I figured out that I'm sure 90% of 2K players didn't know was that there is an option to use the right stick for dribble moves in this game. You know, sorry I'm not an old head and didn't know this was here before, but I just find it interesting that this was a feature. Granted, this was pretty trash at the time, but nice they considered it from NBA Live. And here I'm playing with the dribbling and lose the ball in the process. Luckily, I didn't turn it over and I'm able to knock down another midi. This play right here was actually crazy, with me snagging an old board over 3 people and getting the and 1 basket to drop. Mind you, I think I only have like a 25 offensive rebound, but I'm not complaining though, and you can really tell there was a lack of heavy paint presence in this game. I'm assuming with better competition, I can't just walk my way into the paint. I'm still trying to learn how to facilitate on this game and somehow getting the double screen call, but at least I was able to turn it into an assist. And that right short corner is my one true hot zone. My player just glides there every time. Once again, another surprising play, jumping at the perfect time to block none other than Steph Curry himself, and I was able to score on the other end. Now this is a highlight play if I ever seen one. Holy shit. But my guy was not done there. No. Chasing my guy to the short corner and getting another block, and I'm going to end the game off with an A+ because of that. Definitely my best game by far, even though we lost, but I did complete every objective, giving me 1400 SP. Honestly, this 85 midi, I'm done upgrading after this. This is the last time I'm upgrading my mid-range, probably for the rest of the video. With 2 games left in the summer league, I feel like I've made a significant impact and I'm really ready for that next step. But in the beginning of this game, it felt like I took a step back, missing open shots and taking contested attempts in the paint. And on top of that, my guy was splashing in my eye. I'm trying to get back on track here with a half-court heave for an assist. On the next play, going for another assist to boost my teammate grade up. And even though this mid-range is not falling for me today, I'm still able to draw contact in the paint and head to the free throw line on back-to-back plays, allowing my player to finish my objective early. From starting the game with a C- to ending the first quarter with a B, I feel like I had a pretty nice turnaround. In the second quarter, things got a lot better for me, getting a 2-on-1 lay to drop and getting an assist even if 2K thought I was holding the ball for too long. At the end of the second, I'm getting a last-second shot up, which 2K loves apparently. In the third, I'm getting an assist from a jump shot for once, but still could not get a jumper to fall for me, which is weird that it feels like an immediate switch from the moment I upgraded to an 85 midi, because right now I am shooting horrendous. I finally get one to drop in and I'm able to draw contact at the rim, getting a nice and 1 play. I might be the best shot blocker in Summer League, honestly, if somebody was keeping stats. And I swear 2K keeps holding me on these 3-point shots, man. My feet are 100% behind the line. To end the game off, I'm getting a couple easy baskets under the rim, and I believe that this is the first time I got all 3 objectives with the win, getting only 1300 SP.
I'd like to start off by saying that I thought your shot selection was fantastic.
My shot selection was fantastic. I went 28% from the field. What the hell are you talking about? Finally, the blood, sweat, and tears have led to this point right here, the last game of the Summer League. After this, we will really see if I have what it takes to make an NBA roster. With my last bit of SP, I'm putting it on my 3-point shot and getting up to a 44 overall. I'm not gonna lie, the objectives they gave me are kind of crazy, but as long as we play decent, we should be fine. I will say, up to this point, it's been crazy really seeing where everything started from. I remember playing this game as a kid and not thinking much about it, but 15 years later and truly seeing the progress behind this game, it's wild. You can really tell that the company behind this specific game cared about one thing and one thing only, and that's hooping. From the way the players move and by how you get rewarded in MyCareer, this game valued IQ and realism at its fullest. With that, however, some people can call this game clunky and at some points unpolished, but this was a brand new concept at the time, and one that's literally been around before a lot of you guys were even born. With that being said, we do end this game with a nice A+. Even though I only completed one objective, I think I'm safe to continue on.
It just takes hard work and effort. Let's see if you can repeat that performance next game.
All right, does that mean do I get drafted now? And if you are confused and wondering why I'm choosing my team and there is no NBA draft, well, we would be in the same boat. I had to do a little bit of research and found that the NBA draft was an entirely separate game/mode when 2K10 first dropped and was not released with the full game. That's why when you look up Chris Smooth's old videos, it says NBA 2K10 Draft Combine and not just straight NBA 2K10. It wouldn't be until 2K11 where the NBA draft will be a staple part of the MyPlayer experience, the more you know. But if I have a chance to choose a team for the 2009-2010 season, I'm going with the Cleveland Cavaliers to try and convince Bron not to leave Cleve. And now in training camp, this is where the truly hard part of MyCareer begins, because at this point, every game, there is a chance I can get cut and get sent down to the D-League. So I need to be on my shit every game. Yeah, we're gonna upgrade that shoot off dribble. New cap. With training camp brings 6 more drills I can do to boost my shot. Although I did butcher the first one though, but enough of that, man. Let's just hop straight into the first game. And in my first game, we are actually going against a young LeBron James. So this should be interesting. Off rip, I'm showing these scouts my burner, pulling it from deep. And I was quickly shown that this was nothing like the Summer League, with Shaq, a year from retirement, baptizing me in the paint. As long as I'm able to find my spot on the midi, I should be able to hold my own. Also, that 63-point rating is doing wonders right now, splashing this corner 3. Even though we are getting killed in this game, I'm doing everything I can to show I'm a team player, getting assists wherever I can find my team, and putting myself in great scoring position under the rim. We did take an L and I completed only one objective, but I feel like there is a chance I may be safe.
It looks like you've made it through the first day of training camp without getting cut. Well done. There are only 4 games left in training camp. You can't afford to mess up even a little bit if you want to make this team.
Before starting the next game, I'm going to up my shoot up dribble to a 76, hoping that can help me shoot a little bit more consistent. I also did another shooting drill, which gave another +1 to my shot off dribble. We got LeBron on our team, let's go. Finally playing with LeBron. There is just an aura of confidence you feel when hooping with LeBron James, man. Hitting this midi and taking it to the races on this fast break. LeBron wanted to show me what you're really supposed to do when you're on a fast break. Soon, man. Soon I will be flying. But before I can fly, I gotta show these scouts how lethal my mid-range shot is. And at this point in 2009, that was all you really needed to get a contract. On top of the sneaky blocking ability my player has, Cleveland would be a fool not to pick me up. Not to mention the chemistry me and Bron have right now. It's a dynamic duo that can lead this team to a championship. Hey. Ooh. To finish off one of my objectives, I gotta give 2K10 its props, because this was one of the most realistic hook shots I've seen in a 2K game. It's a very simple move, but beautiful when you see it. Upgrading my shot off dribble seems to have been the best decision I made thus far, because I feel like I can't miss. And a weird glitch in this game led to me getting a steal and a nice pass to assist to LeBron. We did end up losing this game. However, this is more about individual performance, and that A teammate grade is definitely not something to overlook. I feel like I'm once again safe to hoop another day.
I just heard you made it through another day. You have to be feeling pretty good about that. 3 more games left. Keep it up.
After that game, I had an itch to fly. So I'm starting now with upgrading my dunk a little to a 29. With LeBron on my team, you know we can't be stopped. And I'm even getting an assist off this and one lay from him. A nice mid-range shot here, and a nice pump fake to get myself to the rim to get fouled.
Oh, there we go. Got fouled. Thank you.
I really need to make both of these free throws for this challenge, and of course I end up choking. I'm showing these coaches I'm a hustler, getting this offensive rebound and putting it back up strong. The shot has not been falling that consistent this game, but you still gotta read these scouting reports, bro. Leaving me wide open is a deadly mistake. And just cause I don't take a lot of threes doesn't mean you can just leave me wide open here too. Unlike the last two games, this one was fairly close and I was actually trying to win, even getting a clutch block on the 3-point line. You know I can't go one game without a block. With the game tied at 37, I wanted LeBron to get us the lead, but he saw the potential and this was my opportunity to show that I belong here. And on the very next play, getting a wide open layup to nearly dagger the game. And even though I completed only one objective again, these scouts cannot deny what I was able to do on the court today.
3 games down, 2 to go, and you're looking great out there. Unfortunately, they had to cut somebody, but it wasn't you. Can you see the light at the end of the tunnel now?
Before game 4, I went immediately into the lab to finish the rest of these drills up, making sure to get gold every time. And with 3,000 skill points, I discovered you can literally upgrade your consistency on this game. And here I thought it was a skill issue, but there is literally something you can upgrade to make it easier for you. So of course I had to max it as far as I could, and now we are sitting at a 46 overall. For some reason, game 4 decided to give me the easiest objectives ever. I'm not complaining though, getting it started with a lay at the rim. Once again, man, these guys are not checking the scouting report, leaving me wide open for a 3.
Like I won't pull that. Yeah, he tested my gangster. I had to pull it.
And I know I didn't watch a lot of basketball in 2009. Hell, I was only 6. But for the love of God, I don't think Shaq was doing this. And if he was, then roll the clip from 2009. This was definitely the game of fast breaks. And I love how this game rewards you for running the lanes correctly, with the AI making sure to hit you nearly every time. And that's exactly how I was able to get my 12-point objective. I think this was the first time Big Z was on my team, and if I remember playing with him from my team, that dude has a burner on him. Another fast break midi here, and another dime to Big Z there. This first half was beautiful. In the second half, I really didn't do too much. Once I got that A- teammate grade, I was just focused on not doing anything stupid. This is literally the first time in history of me playing 2K that I had to sweat in my career. The difficulty of this game is no joke. We did end up losing, but I had a pretty damn good performance, even completing every objective for the first time in training camp.
That was a terrible game for the guy that was guarding you.
I about to say.
When I heard you made this cut, I let out a sigh of relief. You definitely deserve to be here after your performance thus far. But man, you just never know. One more day, one more game. Do you have it in you? If you want an NBA career, you better.
I can't believe we actually made it to the last game. I seriously thought I would be hooping for the insert D-League team, but here we are, man. Starting this game off, popping this midi, and getting thrown a needle threader pass to get a nice lay at the rim. I must have some type of dimer I didn't know about for our center to be out here popping threes with no 3-point shot. I'm also facilitating a little with a nice give and go play with our point guard here, and finding him once again in the paint for another assist, finishing the first quarter already with an A-. Second quarter was a little slower, but I was finally able to knock down both free throws, showing the coach I can improve in a short amount of time. In the third, of course, I find my guy LeBron for the lay, getting me to an A+, and I'm dominating my center in the paint for another assist. This game, all of my passes were just finding the sweet spot.
Thank you.
And I'm going to choose to ignore this play where I airball a layup. I'm finding my guy LeBron in the paint again, and even though I would have loved to end the last game with the dub, this was one of the best all-around performances I've had up to this point, and the moment we have all been waiting for since the beginning of the video.
That was a serious game of hoop you just played. Way to go, man.
Did I do enough to earn a roster spot for the Cleveland Cavaliers? Let's go! Oh my God, I'm honestly so happy I was able to do this on my first run. This was by far the longest I've ever played my career in one sitting, but I'm not doing this challenge for nothing, man. If you guys enjoyed it and want me to continue this series, please leave a like on this video. And with that being said, I'm going to shower. Next! I'm on a journey to relive the past and go from a 40 to 99 overall in the first ever NBA 2K My Career. In the first episode, I battled through all 6 Summer League games, getting to choose any team I wanted for training camp, and I ended up going with the Cleveland Cavaliers to help out LeBron, and after 5 games, I found myself on the official roster at only a 46 overall. And in today's episode, I want to turn that 46 into a 60 overall, which should either give me enough time to fully understand this upgrade system, or leave me wanting to chuck my PS3 out the window. Whichever comes first. And where we left off last time, I upgraded my shot medium to an 86, my 3-pointers at a 60, and I started upgrading my dunk just a little bit. After getting an official spot on the Cleveland Cavaliers, I was given 10 drills to complete. I did record this before I uploaded the first episode of the series, so I was still going in this blind without any help from you guys, and just went with my bread and butter of the shooting drill. It's kind of crazy. This is my first time like filming episode 2 before I even released episode 1, but hopefully if you guys are seeing this, that means that the video did decent enough for me to have a little bit of confidence to post this. Through these drills, I was seeking to get that +1 boost to my 3 every time, and after a couple drills, I even got my overall boosted to a 47. And after all these drills were complete, I was left with 3800 SP, of which I used to upgrade my 3-pointer to a 72 and dunk up to a 32. And we are at 48 overall now. Let's go. It's now time to officially start my NBA career. Let's go ahead and hop into my first game. Coming from the high of training camp, I had pretty high hopes for my first NBA game, especially going against the Raptors in 2009. This felt like it could be a great way to start off my career, but little did I know that was gonna be a hell no. The first red flag came from when my coach subbed me in at small forward for some reason, leading me to guard DeMar DeRozan, and I just don't have the defensive ability yet to stop someone like him. On the offensive front, I was given an open look to get my first NBA points. But I was able to find my way into the paint, and my first official NBA points are going to be a layup. Now that's where the sunshine stops for the most part for my first game, because I was getting my ass killed on defense. There was a clear switch from training camp to the NBA, and I was getting a rude awakening. I was only given 5 minutes of playing time and could only come up with 4 points and 2 fouls. Definitely not the start I was hoping to have. I was hoping that game number 2 would have a better showing of my skills so I can start earning some SP. That defense still needs some work, and I don't know what happened from training camp to the league, but my guy has somehow forgotten how to shoot. At least into the second quarter, I was able to get a fast break stop and pop to the midi, boosting my confidence slightly. It also gave me the confidence to try and get around my guy for an easy lay, just for everybody to wonder how I even made it to the league to begin with. Even LeBron was trying to get me in the mix on offense. I don't know if my guy is slick nervous or what, but it's not looking good. For some reason, I thought I was playing 2K25, trying to do a dribble move with the right stick, and ended up chucking the ball from half court.
Scoring opportunity for him. Oh man, shots like that will make a coach lose his hair.
Yeah, this was worse than my first game, ended with a poor performance and only getting 181 SP. This is getting bad because even though it says I'm on the official roster, the Cavs can still send me down to the D League at any moment. The love on this series has been absolutely crazy, and a lot of you guys commented some tips and tricks for me to help me through this journey. According to you guys in the comments, my mental is attached directly to my overall, which could explain why a lot of people had such great stats on the offensive and still had like a 60 overall. I already know nobody upgraded that mental ability. Oh my God, I'm in the starting lineup? For game 3, I don't know what my coach is smoking, but I'm somehow in the starting lineup. Nick, show everyone what this coach of the Cavs team is currently doing, because I don't think he has a job in the league right now. You big dummy. Regardless, I have been given an opportunity to show I belong in this league. Crap. Okay, well, not a great way to start this game off. I was able to get the first points of the game for us, trying to activate that consistency. My first ever 2K was 2K8. I remember buying that on the PS2 for $10 at GameStop. Oh, Shaq. It's a little crazy. Oh, you left me open? That's a mistake. I can definitely feel the confidence shift in my player as I'm getting it on the fast break and getting a tough lay in traffic. And trying to facilitate some more, I'm finding Mo Williams in the corner for... I got the B- though, it's fine. I definitely still have a long way to go, but this game feels like a step in the right direction. Getting subbed in at clutch time, I have a really good chance of putting this game away for a win. If they score, it's not gonna be because of me.
Henderson. Put it down. What a shot. At the buzzer. Take it home, young fella. Take it home.
What the fuck? Yeah, so Nick, we're not even gonna bother sending you down to the D-League. Just get ready to speak some Chinese, brother. Jokes aside, this was definitely my best game, ended with a B and 588 SP. I want to throw some on my dunk, but I think I'm gonna listen to you guys and upgrade my consistency to an 82. Game 4 has us going against the Wizards, and oh my god, Mr. Brown, what are you doing putting me at power forward? I'm gonna make that the excuse for why I just smoked a layup. But I'm somehow able to get this hook shot from Narnia to drop. Whatever works, I guess. And I'm finding myself in the paint a lot this game. Maybe I was supposed to be power forward. Now I'm at point guard. I'm just playing the 1 through the 5 today, huh? The Wizards defense has a lot of holes and I'm just poking my way through them all. I'm even snagging offensive rebounds and getting putback buckets. And I'm able to complete my draw foul objective and get to shoot my first free throws of the league.
Good foul.
Bad release. Oh man. I'm finding myself in the short corner for an easy midi and once again snagging an old board and getting a tough play over 3 defenders. I can feel the improvement and I hope you guys can see it too. We even got our first win of the season with me dropping 13 points. You know, I realized if I want to get more minutes and a better teammate grade, I have got to try out the 12-minute quarters. First game of these extended quarters is against the D-Rose Bulls. And off this first play alone, I was gonna have some fun in this one. Little finger roll. Even getting another easy lay on the very next play. When the midi is actually dropping for me, you know it's gonna be a good game. This Angel Reese build is going crazy right now. The only difference is I'm actually able to finish at the rim. No hate to her though. She's an all-star. This time when I find my teammate in the corner, he's able to knock it down for the assist. It's gotten to the point where I can actually contribute to try and get our team to win. This game has been going back and forth all day and I'm trying to do everything in my power to get us back in it. The basket was just 10 feet wide for me this game. It felt like anything I put up was going in. Unfortunately, coach did put me on the bench and we ended up losing by 2. But if I'm being honest, I'm okay with that because I had the best performance by far with an A+ and getting 1,150 SP in a loss. I decided to listen to you guys again this time, putting my defensive awareness to a 53 and the jump that did to my overall was crazy. Oh, you guys were not kidding. Holy shit. Game 6 has us going against the Knicks. And just like Kobe, I'm going to try and make a name for myself in Madison Square Garden. This food right here.
It bounces out of bounds.
Give me that shit, Robinson. Like I said, this baby food.
Gets in close.
Oh, what the fuck? Eventually, I was able to get my first bucket here. I'm even getting my first steal and taking it coast to coast for a lay to complete my objective. 2 points in the paint. With Nate guarding me, I'm just gonna have to shoot over those. The round mound of rebounds makes an appearance this game again, getting the O board and getting the second chance points. I'm getting another block on Nate Robinson and I'm going to finish on the other end for another bucket. Ha! This game so far is hitting up to be a good one for me. I'm even able to draw a charge. Once again, it feels like whatever I put up cannot miss, even if it's a 3. Not only can I score, but I can also get my teammates involved too. Nate can't get a damn thing over me and I'm single-handedly trying to claw us back in this game, doing everything on the floor at one time. And without me even realizing it, I completed the score 30 points in a single game milestone. We did end up losing, but I played amazing, and with that milestone, I walked away with 2014 SP. And this led me to the discovery of milestones, and realizing there is a lot of ways for me to make some extra skill points in this game just by playing it through. And thank God for that. So you guys know how I just came off that 30-point performance, right? Well, after this game, you really would not be able to tell. I did start with getting another milestone with 100 career points, but that was pretty much the only upside in this game. For some reason, coach put me at small forward, meaning that I have to guard 6'10" Rashard Lewis. And if you know ball, you know this is a dumb matchup. I can't even get a shot up without Rashard blocking me. I was able to get a couple threes to drop for me, but we really got BTA this game and almost felt like a step backwards for my career. I did end up with a little over 1,000 SP, so that was nice. This next game really needs to be a redemption for that last performance I put out. Going against the Heat this game did start off a little slow for me, me, but I was able to get the ball rolling with an and one lay. Then taking the ball down the court, finding Bron cutting to the rim for an assist, and dotting West on the next one for another assist.
Yeah, we suck ass. Yes, we know, we're bad.
On defense, D-Wade was trying to little boy me, but I stood my ground, even drawing another charge. Tossing the ball to Big Z for another assist, I fully underestimated how good D-Wade was in this era because he was giving me the blues, clearly trying to recruit LeBron.
I'm trying my best here, damn it.
I'm trying to facilitate as best I can, even letting players who rarely get in the game a chance to get some points on the board. I'm trying my best to keep us in the game, and D-Wade, man, he's clearly top 3. So even though I played pretty decent, we walked away with the L and got 1153 BC for that game.
Shoot 51% from the field? Oh, hell no, that's not gonna happen.
Moving immediately into the next one against the Jazz, I'm starting the game with a nice highlight play steal, and from there, I could tell I was gonna have a decent game.
Fuck.
And don't let me start pulling threes too. You know it's gonna be a problem. I'm pretty sure I figured out when to start passing my teammates the ball for the best chance to get an assist. This game is not only glitchy when it comes to passing, but being able to score sometimes.
This fucking idiot. Oh, this idiot.
This Jazz team must be pretty weak to let me devour this O board and kick back out to LeBron to get my assist. With us down 3 with less than 10 seconds on the clock, I took the ball into my own hands to try and save this game.
Get ready to play for the Shanghai Sharks, buddy.
I ended the game with an A+ and 1098 SP. After that game, you know, I realized playing MyCareer games by myself is one of the most boring and depressive things I could be doing. So I decided to boot up the stream and talk to you guys for a majority of the rest of this journey. And if you missed the streams, that's just cause you weren't subbed with the noties on, man. It's free and you never miss when I go live. The first thing you guys told me to do when I booted up the stream was to max out my shot off dribble to a 99, thinking it would upgrade my overall. I was lied to. Game number 10 has us up against the Warriors, where I got the game started with a nice corner 3 ball and a nice lay coming from Shaq's assist. I'm going to go ahead and end this quarter off with 2 assists, and this game is feeling pretty good so far. The second quarter did not disappoint with me having the hot hand with the passes and even banging from 3. I was on a roll with these assists until LeBron decided to turn into Ben Simmons for some reason.
And LeBron's gonna get my assist. No, he's not. Look at LeBron. He's not even looking at the damn rim. He's looking straight in this dude's face.
From here though, I realized I just have to take matters into my own hands if we really want a chance to win. I'm even doing my part on defense, getting a block and speeding down the court for a bucket. I was a new talent Golden State had never seen before, and we dominated this game with an A+ and 1324 BC. And I also got player of the game for the first time with a 25-5 performance. Apparently after every 10 games, 2K gives you a drill to do, and I went with doing the shooting drill again that got me a +1 to my 3-point shot. The next game against the Wizards, little did I know history would be made, but not for the reason you think. Getting the game started with a nice lay at the rim and an assist to Powell cutting straight down the middle. Never mind.
Absolute dime. You're a sinner. No, what you decide to do, giving this shit to Shaq on the 3-point line, was the better shot.
It really started to feel like another one of those games where I had to take matters into my own hands, because for a majority of this game, it felt like I couldn't miss. Don't get it fooled though, this Wizards team was giving us the blues for a majority of this game. But something happened I never thought I would see in a 2K game.
Somebody gonna give me a goddamn assist.
Oh my gosh.
What the fuck? Did Shaq just make a goddamn 3? Yo! This motherfucker, Shaq just hit a 3. Oh, this is fake gameplay.
We ended up losing even with the help of Shaquille Curry, only getting 844 SP. Listening to you guys in the chat again, I decided to upgrade my consistency from an 82 to a 93, and that bumped me up to a 53 overall.
81% from the free throw line. That's not gonna happen.
For game number 12, I'm finally back in the starting lineup 9 games later, and of course, this had to be one of the worst games we have had as a team. I played great, but do you see that score in the first quarter? In this game, you could really see why we're the 13th ranked team in the East. Even though I dropped a cool 19, 5, and 6, we got our ass beat, but at least we walked away with 1100 SP. Going against the 76ers in the next one, and I'm still in the starting lineup surprisingly. And once again, I don't know who possessed Shaq, but he's out here here pulling middies with no hesitation now. The 76ers really did not have a great defense, leaving me wide open on the midi nearly every time. Didn't they read the scouting report? That's like the only consistent shot I have in this game. But Mr. Iguodala on that team was not going down without a fight. I ended up switching my controls so I can start dribbling with the right stick, and oh boy, is this league in trouble now. Over Iggy. Except for this one play. Yeah, this one play was a fluke. We ended up winning this game fairly easily, getting an A+ along with 1300 SP. Game number 14 was against the Pistons, and oh man, let me tell y'all about lucky game number 14. By far my most dominating performance thus far out of any game I played up to this point. It didn't matter if I was left open on the midi or on the 3-point line or going against 3 defenders in the paint. Everything was just going in.
Oh yeah, that's buckets though. Right here, Shaq. That's another bucket in the paint. Okay. Oh yeah. Lay me. Lay me.
I was so dominant, I completed another milestone, and that was getting 40 points in a single game. We completely killed the Pistons in this game, and I'm getting 2,396 SP, and of course the player of the game to go along with that too. Of course, after a great game, there needs to be a deep fall. I just didn't think it would come against the Bobcats of all teams. And out of all the players to be giving me the blues, I was not expecting it to be Raja Bell, I don't know, don't cancel me. I was lucky enough to end the game off with just a B-. But this is going to be a game we're going to try hard to just forget about. I will say, we had a pretty nice redemption game against the Mavs. Very surprising that we got our ass kicked against the Bobcats, but killed the Mavs, especially in 2009. I had a great personal performance as well. I was really aiming for that triple-double milestone, but just came up short unfortunately, but a win is a win, and I walked away with 1400 SP. After stacking my bread up, I asked you guys what I should upgrade, fully expecting to jump up a few overall spots from this, and after taking a vote, you guys told me to upgrade my offensive clutch from a 45 to a 76, and after doing that, I am now up to a still 53 overall. So I put a temporary ban on you guys telling me what to upgrade because it felt like I just wasted a crap load of skill points. Next game against the Suns, they had me questioning my existence, getting turnover after turnover. The next game, I don't even know who we played. Hell, I didn't even record it because of how bad it was.
I played so bad I lost skill points.
For game 19 against the Bucks, the only thing I wrote in my notes was that LeBron sucks. So much for that dynamic duo. Game number 20 against the Grizzlies was actually a good one. I ended up having a 21-6-5 game, as well as the player of the game, and ended with an A+. I was really just speeding through these games because I wanted to unlock something that I have been eyeing from the very beginning of this journey. After stacking my money up to 4,000 SP, I finally went to upgrade my dunk to a 44, and that, my friends, finally unlocks the ability for me to get rim grazer dunks. So now I can finally start having some fun in these games. For our next game, we have the Blazers, and surprisingly, I am still in the starting lineup. This game started off nice, hitting a couple middies and getting a bucket over Brandon Roy. And this Blazers team was one of those could-have-beens with Brandon Roy, LaMarcus Aldridge, and my boy Greg Oden, who could have made a great team if they could all just stay healthy and on the floor together. But Brandon Roy in this game was giving me straight BTA on the ISO. After getting this assist, down on defense, I'm putting in work getting this steal, and you guys know what time it is? Getting my first ever dunk felt great, man, and that was pretty much the only highlight of the game, cause we definitely got our ass beat. But I walked away with 1,000 SP. The next thing I wanted to upgrade was that shooting traffic to get some better animations, boosting it up to a 55, and now I'm a 54 overall. This next game against the Thunder was not something to be proud of at all. Mind you, this is a team with a young KD, Westbrook, and James Harden before the beard. The crazy part was, it wasn't even any of those guys giving us the problem. It was none other than Jeff Green who dropped 22 points on us. What? The next game against the Nets was not any better for us. We got beat by damn near 20 in this game, and even though I had a pretty solid performance, we are now on a 3-game losing streak and desperately looking for a way to turn this around. In game 25, we're playing the 76ers for the second time this season, and this was a really good team for us to go against right now, considering how bad we beat them the last time we faced off. I was even able to complete another milestone, getting 10 assists in the game, which is surprising because most of the time my team forgets how to shoot. And I nearly had a triple-double this game as well with 18, 8, and 10. But I did walk away with a smooth 2,243 SP. I decided to upgrade my shooting traffic to a 76 and my awareness up a little bit with the rest to get me up to a 55 overall. I decided to go back on stream playing the Bucks for the second time this season. The first time we played them, we ended up losing, so this was a redemption arc for us. And we did more than just redeem ourselves. There was a fire lit under our ass this game, and it showed with a double-digit takeover. And we nearly beat the Bucks by 30. With the small amount of SP I earned from that game, I unbanned you guys from giving me upgrade suggestions, and the majority of you guys in the chat was telling me to upgrade my offensive awareness from a 33 to a 51. And oh my god, that was probably the best call of the day, because that jumped me all the way to a 57 overall. And at this point, I think I finally understand that maxing out my defensive and offensive awareness is the key to ending this challenge sooner rather than later. For the next game against the Mavs, I was concerned with one thing and one thing only, and that was getting to an A+ and to get at least 2 of my objectives complete, because at this point, since being in the NBA, I've been trying for over 15 hours to hit 60 overall. And now that I understand all I need to do is upgrade that awareness, I'm trying to get this done as quick as possible. It worked out that this was one of my better performances, and my team decided to be on my side for once, killing the Mavs again. I ended up getting an A+ along with all 3 objectives complete to get 1500 SP. And with that, I upgraded my awareness from a 53 to a 61 and jumped me up to a 59 overall. And after just getting one more game under my belt, I'm going to upgrade my defensive awareness from a 53 to a 65. And after 16 hours and 28 games of grinding, I have finally hit 60 overall.
60 overall, baby. We did it. We did it, baby.
Which is the overall that you start with now in modern 2K games. But with that being done, I can finally go shower.
Next.
I am on a journey to go from a 40 to 99 overall in the first ever NBA 2K MyCareer. And after battling a little over a quarter of the season and finally understanding this upgrade system, I have finally reached 60 overall, which is now the starting point for any modern 2K. And today I want to hit a huge milestone of getting to 70 overall. But on my journey, I experienced a hack/glitch that I'm pretty sure over 99% of the community has never seen, which is also ironic because my channel also got hacked, then deleted. I know, it's been a while. I have not touched this game since the last episode, but we're gonna keep it going here. I'm gonna give a detailed look at what my stats are looking like right now. I'm not gonna go through each one of them, but I'm gonna let you guys see exactly everything I've upgraded up to this point. Boom, boom, boom. Haven't really touched anything other than offense and my mental abilities. So if you guys are just curious what a 60 overall looks like in this game, here are the stats for that. Since the last episode, I found out that upgrading your offensive and defensive awareness was the key to boosting your overall in this game. So I really want to see what happens when you end up maxing them both out to 99, especially since they're not expensive at all to upgrade. I want to hit 70 overall, okay? That's going to be the goal of today's video, is to hit 70 overall, and I should be able to do it a lot quicker than going from a 40 to a 60. I hope so. I'm really hoping to hit 99 overall in just one season and winning a championship, which is a little crazy to say, but I can dream, okay? First game of the day is going to be against the Sacramento Kings, and it's pretty close here in the second quarter, but this man Kevin Martin is a underrated gem. Hell no, from out there? And I'm not putting up the greatest shot selection myself while Kevin is out here sinking 30 footers. The only saving grace I had was this last second layup to end off the half. But so far, this game is not looking good. I need to look at turning this game around, and this nice little behind the back into a circus layup might be the fuel we need. Even on a 4-game win streak, we are still below the red playoff line, which I'm also hoping to turn around by the end of this video. It's still a close game here in the third quarter, but I'm finding some open area in the paint to get a lay, and putting the clamps on my defender defender is going to complete my objective on forcing my matchup to get 1 turnover. Unfortunately, even though it felt like we were going to turn this game around, we ended up falling to the Kings, snapping our win streak with this man Kevin Martin dropping 40, which actually isn't even that crazy since he dropped his career high of 50 in 2009 against the Warriors, so he was in this prime in this game. Wanting to forget about that game, I went straight into the next one against the #1 team in the league, the Los Angeles Lakers, led by that man Kobe Bean. May he rest in peace. You know, even though the Lakers are the #1 seed, that doesn't mean you can just count us out. And I'm trying everything in my power on offense, but defensively, as we just saw, still needs a hell of a lot of work. And I really need to stop playing so far off my matchup, especially in this 2K where everybody's a 3-point sniper. But that's not going to stop me from trying to put this offense on my back. And this layup animation is almost automatic when it triggers, even getting one on Paul Gasol. Even though I'm only 6'6", you can't count me out on the post hook game. I really felt like we were on an upward path, at least until Shaq turned the paint into baby food. I don't know if being back in an arena that he used to rule over was getting to him, but he is damn near becoming the deciding factor for this game. And I'm having to put a little bit more effort on my defensive end, doubling Kobe and end up poking the ball loose for a steal, where I was hoping that LeBron could reward me with an assist, but he had other plans. And here Shaq is again, getting bodied and snagged over, increasing their lead to double digits. After that timeout, they thought putting D-Fish on me was a good idea. I laugh at that. But guess who had to just ruin the fun today? Yup, big rusty ass Diesel. This is the performance he really decides to put up against a team that has only lost 5 times. Even though Shaq tried to put a dent in my offensive run, I'm still out here getting buckets. And with this lay over Derek Fisher, I was able to complete the milestone of getting 500 career points. And I'ma really need those extra skill points considering where this game is headed. I'm not done though. Getting a tough bucket over Meta World Peace. Sorry, Ron Artest. You can tell I'm really trying to bring us back, pulling this 3 from way downtown, and also getting a bucket in the paint over the White Powder Demon. Ending off the 3rd quarter here with another easy lay and getting an assist from my boy Wes. Gee, I wonder what he's up to nowadays. Oh, damn. Yeah, I'm just not even going to touch that topic. Unfortunately, my effort on the court was not good enough for us to get the win. And yeah, I'm not the teammate that's going to point fingers, but the cause of us losing was probably due to someone needing to retire from that center position. The only upside is that I completed all 3 objectives, and adding that milestone allows me to walk away with 2.4k SP. And of course, Kobe had to get player of the game with damn near a 35-point triple-double. With 30 games completed, I had another drill, but I'm just going to stuff that into the back pocket for now. Hopping into the next one against the Houston Rockets, and it finally looks like we are back to clicking as a team. I was on stream for a majority of this part as well, and as you guys can see, we completely destroyed the Houston Rockets this game, and ended with 1600 SP while being co-player of the game with LeBron. Next up, we have the Atlanta Hawks, who are currently the #1 team in the East. Fun fact, this was the first team I ever saw in person as a kid. You know it's going to be a good game when Shaq is out here hitting middies, and I'm going to hit this nice little post spin move to score in the paint. The Hawks just had no answer on the defensive end, and in a shocking turn of events, we ended up taking down the #1 team in the East with little to no problem, while completing every objective and getting 1600 SP. But the Hawks did not take that game well at all, and since we play them the next game because of the back-to-back, they will more than definitely be out for blood. And with the lump sum of skill points I accumulated, I'm going to up my offensive and defensive awareness to an 80, so we're going to go from a 60 overall up to a 65, bro. We jumped up 5 overalls from that, which goes to show how powerful the awareness is in this game. Hopping into the next game, we have a rematch against the Hawks, but it's like we forgot everything that we did in the last one. And this play right here perfectly encapsulates that idea. I'm still putting in work, putting my head down and getting the tough bucket. And when Shaq actually remembers he's 7'1", 300 pounds, he becomes unstoppable. But this was 100% the J Smooth game. I mean, dude was just in the paint feasting, getting whatever he wanted. Being down 14 in the first quarter is definitely not where you want to be at, and throwing the ball out of bounds is definitely what you don't want to be doing when you're down 14 points. I'm the reason why we're losing. clearly. And Josh Smith, man, did not care who was in the paint, he was getting his, turning this Hawks team into the original Lob City. That scoreboard does not look pretty, but I'm trying to help out as much as I can on both sides of the ball. And my God, this man Josh Smith really tried to put me in a body bag. We must have really pissed off Josh Smith in the last game, because he dunked so damn hard that he glitched out my game to the point where it felt like somebody was hacking my entire system.
God, he just fucking killed. Huh? What happened? Why's my player dribbling? What? I'm not doing anything. What? What the hell's going on right now? I'm scared. What's going on? It was a shooting foul and then it just glitched out. I can't move. I can move like when I pause it. Bro, the J Smooth dunked so damn hard he fucking glitched out my game. I'm so confused. I still can't move. Bro, did I get hacked? Am I genuine? Like my player is playing the game right now. What the hell? He's pulling. What the fuck? I'm scored. He scored. Do I just let it play? I mean, it'll be bad if he, I mean, he's not doing terrible, right? Shit, you saw what he just pulled? Like, bro, I can pause and get out, pause and get out, pause and get out. But as far as like playing defense, you guys are saying let it play. Did one of you guys hack my system and started playing for me? Like, what's going on here? I'm gonna just let it play out. Hands are free. Hands are not touching the controller right now. You guys are saying it'll go away randomly, but this is kind of a crazy glitch. This might be the title of the video. I don't remember any 2K having this problem. I've never seen it where like it will literally take over and start playing the game for you. This is actually crazy. Oh, am I back? I'm all right, now I'm playing. Wow, that's actually crazy. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but I have never seen this before in the 15 plus years I've been playing 2K. And even though I regained control, it was clear that Atlanta was out for blood this game as they wiped the floor with us. I only completed one objective too, but still got over 1200 SP with Josh Smith dropping 27 and 12. Right here, I'm going to upgrade my offensive awareness to an 85, but we are still staying put at 65. Hey, how y'all doing? Just want to remind y'all to leave a like on the video if you're enjoying yourself so far. And if you like the video in the next 3 seconds, I'll hit you with a little bit of nostalgia. Thank you kindly. This series has been taking a little longer than expected, but I'm setting a goal for myself to hit 99 in this game before 2K26 drops. And if I can't, I don't know, I'll come up with some punishment or put your suggestions in the comments. But after 30 plus games, I am finally in the starting lineup. And my first game as a starter will be against the New Jersey Nets. Now, I don't know what was in the Gatorade this game, but the Nets were on one early this game. And even one of my centers who can barely get a rebound gets a putback dunk out of nowhere. Early in this game, it feels like the Nets have a leg up on us. I'm trying to cause back in this game with a dime to LeBron and finding myself open on the left wing for a midi. The Nets are not going anywhere here as I'm finding LeBron again in the paint for an assist. And I'm finally going to break double digits for us.
Close your eyes, girl. Splash.
I was feeling myself so much, I needed a heat check. Another bucket. Oh, Lord. Yeah, on the air ball. Between us and the Nets, we're not even that far off ranking wise, so they really shouldn't be beating us this bad. I might have to call the commissioner in for drug testing because we have Devin Harris out here catching lobs. And yeah, we end up going down against the Nets 108 to 92 with me only completing one objective, getting 1100 SP. And this man Devin Harris had 22 points with a whopping 14 assists. With the little SP I earned from that game, I'm putting my defensive awareness up to an 85. And that's going to bring us to a 66 overall. The next game, I'm locked in on getting all 3 objectives completed. And surprisingly, coach still has me in the starting lineup despite that Aster class we just put up. Going against Charlotte this time, and I want to show coach I belong as a starter. Getting the game started with a nice lay at the rim. Oh yeah, Raha Bell. I'm not letting you give me belt to ass this game.
I remember you now.
And after declaring war on Raja Bell, who dropped 30 on me in the previous episode, LeBron is gonna find me cutting to the rim for another lay. And I'm gonna pop this midi at the top of the key. We are starting to pull away here in the second, and I'm finding LeBron darting to the rim, and that's gonna be an easy and 1 assist. I'm trying to make an impact on defense as we were able to triple team DJ Augustine, and I end up stripping the ball from him, going down the court with a full head of steam, expecting an assist from West. Nope. I really got to remember to start taking things into my own hands on these fast breaks, but I'm putting Bell in the paint and out muscling him to get this post move score. I told that man Raja I'm not letting him do shit this game, even getting a block on the 3-point line. And I'm not done just yet, taking it coast to coast where I'm gonna get an and 1 lay. I did discover something a bit interesting where I was able to call a play up, which is something I've been able to do before, but that was only when I was subbed in at point guard, and I'm at shooting guard right now. So that's very interesting and something I want to test out in the next game. We did end up beating Charlotte by 20, getting all 3 objectives completed, getting 1500 SP. And Raja Bell went from dropping 30 to only dropping 10, shooting 4 for 14. And with that SP, I'm going to bring my defensive awareness up from an 85 to a 90, and now we are a 67 overall. Next up, we are facing off against the Wizards, and I'm going to get it started with a Kevin Garnett midi on the left corner. And yes, I can actually call plays now even though I'm not PG. This is actually mind-boggling news because I swear for the past 15 years, I thought you could only call plays at point guard, but I guess starters get special treatment. Today, Shaq actually felt like being a beast in the paint, and I'm all here for it, getting an assist and getting another pick and roll with him where he's gonna bring down the hammer. I'm gonna get in the mix too in the paint, and the Wizards are playing very soft right now. So much so that I had the confidence to go full Charles Barkley on them, getting a nice post hook play to work. That 99 consistency is popping off today, getting another midi to drop. And for some reason, Shaq thought it was a good time to show you guys he could shoot threes. Yeah, go ahead and get back in that lab, brother. I think the defensive awareness is starting to kick in with me getting the lane still here. And I'm going to find LeBron running down the side where I was hoping he would finally get me an assist. But never mind. Dude, I don't know what type of recruiting they're doing out here in Washington, but they need to find a rim protector ASAP. And I'm going to get this shot clock cheese midi over Mike Miller to end the third quarter. And ultimately, we're going to walk away here with the win, completing 2 objectives and getting 1400 SP along with player of the game. With 1700 SP, I'm upping the defensive awareness up from an 85 to a 90, and that's going to keep us at a 67 overall. But when I went up 1 on that offense, that brought us up to a 68 overall. Moving on, we're taking on the Denver Nuggets, and we're going down double digits already in the second quarter, and I'm not helping us out one bit. Might have to rely on the role players this game, letting West knock it down from 3. On defense, I read Chauncey like a book, getting an easy steal with the assist to go along with it. I'm calling on Shaq once again to get some easy buckets in the paint, and he's going to deliver. Hell, even Big Z is out here making elite moves with a quick post spin into a lay. This might be another Wizards type game where everybody can eat in the paint. J.R. Smith, however, had to ruin my party, killing my objective goal by hitting this 3, but I was actually really close to getting a triple-double this game, but couldn't pull through. We do take the dub here with me only getting 1 objective done, getting 1200 SP. And I'm going to boost the offensive awareness from a 90 to a 95, and that's going to keep us at a 68. And at this point, I just want to make the next time I upgrade the point where I max it all out, so we're just going to save it up until that opportunity comes. And if the game looks a little different, that's because there's something wrong with something in this recording process, so I got to get that fixed before the next episode. But that's not going to stop us going against the Portland Trailblazers, where Brandon Roy decides to take flight early in this one. But as you can tell by that scoreboard, that little play is not helping them out so much. Hey, look, we're up to number 11 now. Calling on Shaq again, getting a pick and roll with the shot clock winding down for an easy assist. And I'm calling on him again. Man, I love this version of Shaq. This Shaq right here can lead us to a championship. And guess what? It's not just Shaq that wants to be a beast in the paint either. And we're going to take care of the Blazers, beating them by 10 at their own home, with Shaq dropping a smooth 24 points. And I only had 8, but we're not going to talk about that. Up against the Golden State Warriors, the first play of the game is bringing back some memories of the Summer League, where I blocked Steph Curry on the 3-point line back then, and I'm blocking him on the 3-point line in the league as well. Not stopping there, gonna take that and pop my own 3, and that's a highlight play if I've ever seen one. They tried to switch Monte Ellis onto me, but really that Golden State backcourt is too small for me, especially since you guys can see how we're kicking their ass. And I'm popping another 3 in the corner. This play really surprised me as I'm gonna block Steven Jackson, who I think is one of the only beast type of players they have on this Golden State roster. I'm not gonna end the play there though. Oh no, popping another long range bomb in the corner, and I already had 19 by the half. Even though I could probably drop a mountain of points, I really wanted to focus on getting this triple double because one of these days I'm gonna get it, but for right now I'll just take the win against Golden State, earning 1500 SP even though I only completed one objective, and I dropped a whopping 34 points in this one. I decided to stop stalling with these practice drills, going back to the shooting one where I was able to get +1 on my midi. Next up we have the Utah Jazz, and even though they have a center, I really felt unguardable, and Shaq came out here doing what Shaq does best, tearing that rim up, and that 3-point shot has really been looking like money lately. Guys, I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but we have actually gotten above the red line for the first time all season. I feel like a proud dad right now. The paint really is candy as I'm gonna get the and one while completing my objective. I'm gonna get fouled again here and getting a post mid-range to drop, and this next foul is gonna let me complete my second objective, and now all I gotta do is get this A+. And I feel like now is a good time to address that on July 24th, yes, my YouTube was indeed hacked. And I'm not gonna lie, it was 100% my fault. Okay, I was being an idiot and fell for one of the oldest tricks in the books. I got one of those sponsorship emails that looked really promising and not something I haven't seen before, but I made the mistake of 1, not checking to make sure the person that was sending me the message was actually on the brand's team, and 2nd, making sure the link I was clicking was actually safe. Unfortunately, the moment I clicked on the link to download the contract, all hell broke loose, and they got into my Google accounts, changing all my passwords and putting a physical NFC chip on my account. And for a smooth 48 to 72 hours, I was straight panicking, and even more so when they decided to go live on my account. But thanks to some of my YouTube friends on X, I was able to get the attention of YouTube to get the channel taken down, which is why you probably couldn't find my channel for a hot minute if you were looking for it recently. And also why the channel logo is changed, because I don't remember what I did with the old one. But I gotta thank YouTube for getting my channel and Google account back to me in less than 3 days time. And I plan to put my channel on Fort Knox mode from now on. With that being said, we are taking down the Utah Jazz, getting all 3 objectives and nearly 1700 SP while dropping 39 points. I'm going to do another shooting drill here, getting +1 to my 3-point shot, and with a little over 5K, I'm finally going to max out my offensive awareness to a 99 and defensive awareness to a 99, along with my clutch up to a 50, and that, my friends, is going to complete our goal of getting to a 70 overall.
The next day.
Believe it or not, there was once a time where 2K wasn't all about milking your wallet. Back in 2K10, if you wanted to hit 99 overall, you actually had to sit and work for it. And for the past 2 months, that's the exact grind I've been on. And when I started this journey, I knew it was going to be a long uphill battle, but I don't think I was mentally prepared for how long this would really take. From grinding the summer league with the Knicks, to fighting for a spot on the team with the Cavaliers, and then playing over 40 games in the NBA, I've only managed to hit 70 overall. Mind you, this is with me upgrading nothing but the essentials to try and max out my player. Not even anything fun for real. And with every game only giving you 800 to 1500 skill points, it really feels like the grind is never gonna stop. So today I had an itch that I wanted to get off my back. I wanted to see if I could sit down and grind game after game without spending any of my skill points, how many overall spots could I jump up? In 2K nowadays, if you get 15 to 30k VC, it barely moves the needle. And you might be wondering, if that's the plan, then where's your stopping point going to be at? And to that I say, there is a milestone I'm coming up on, which is 1000 career points, which rewards me 2500 skill points. So not only would that be a huge accomplishment for my NBA career, but at that point I should have a pretty good chunk of change change that should bring this 70 overall up to a 75. But before we get started with that, if you guys are enjoying the series and want me to continue it, make sure to drop a like on the video and comment OG in the comments if you guys have been here since day one. Let's get it started. For the first game of the day, you can see we're starting off with a minuscule 21 skill points, but we are going against the Clippers, who are one of the worst teams in the league, so this shouldn't be too difficult for us. Starting the game off, I'm finding LeBron in the short corner and he's going to lay it in for an assist. I'm playing it safe to start it off with a nice midi, and I'm finding Powell cutting to the rim for another assist. I'm calling for a screen from Shaq, and I got a wide open lane for the... This first quarter, pretty light work. And right now the Cavs are sitting at the 7th seed, but I really feel like we can get that boosted, especially with the power of Shaquille Curry making his return, knocking down a 3. At this point, Shaq has a better 3-point percentage than me. Can you imagine Shaq with a 3-point shot? He might have been unstoppable. We are taking over in the third, pretty much getting whatever bucket we want, and near the end of the fourth, LeBron is going to get a steal, and I'm pushing it down the court for a layup, because I ran out of stamina. That definitely needs to hit the upgrade list. But this game is pretty much over, as we're going to destroy the Clippers while getting 1,400 skill points. This was a nice little game to get our feet wet for a long night ahead of us. Next up, we're taking on the Raptors, and for some reason, Shaq was acting way too scared to try scoring in the paint against Chris Bosh. I wouldn't blame him, honestly. A prime Chris Bosh was nothing to play with. No. But hey, he's not going to come out here and guard the mid-range though. And look at Bron, man. He's not scared to up it on the mid-range. Oh shit. A corner 3 ball from me is going to get us the lead in the first, and the pass to the inside is going to get my first assist of the game. My teammate grade isn't looking too hot, but this 3-point shot is burning. This Raptors team was really lacking in perimeter defense, and my boy Big Z didn't care who was down in the paint, he was getting a bucket. For the rest of this game, I was just toying with them, getting whatever shot I was looking for. Moments like this really show off how smooth the 2K10 gameplay was. No surprise here, as we're going to take the dub, adding 1,400 skill points to the pool while taking home player of the game. 2 dubs back to back sounds like a sign for a good day, but the real test comes in the next game against the Lakers, and I'm out here hunting for blood this time, getting the game started, smacking a 3 right in Kobe's face. A little further into the first, I'm getting the steal and getting it sent up the court for a highlight play assist. Kobe, however, was not going down without a fight, going as far as to knock the ball out of my damn hands and then scoring on the other end. That Mamba mentality was something serious. Look at Bron, man, wanting to make up for that last performance, knocking a midi in Gasol's face. I'm getting left wide open on the left wing, and that's gonna break this tie. My 99 defensive awareness has been going crazy with me getting another steal. Too bad I have the stamina of a prime Escalade, but at least I found my PG for an assist. I didn't knock down this corner shot, but that's all I needed for the objective, and I'm gonna get to the free throw line too. You can really see how close this game was, even deep into the third quarter. And into the fourth, I'm going to do everything I can to keep us in competition. I'm even knocking down another 3 right in Kobe's eyes. And with little over a minute left in the game, who would have thought my biggest enemy was Derek Fisher? Don't worry though, because I'm clapping right back with a 3 of my own. With less than a minute in the game, down 2, LeBron finds himself wide open to knock down the game-tying shot. Of course, with it being Kobe on the other side, it wouldn't be that easy, with him getting sent to the free throw line, knocking down both. With 30 seconds left, I'm screaming and crying for the ball, but Shaq had a plan of its own, and that plan was to sell the entire game. For the life of me, I don't know why Shaq decided to sell me here. Maybe he had money on the game or something, I don't know. But there goes our little win streak, and to make it worse, we got one of the worst payouts in the game with only 368 skill points. And of course, Mamba had to take home player of the game. Now, if we keep having games like that, it's gonna be until 2K27 before I can get to 99 overall. We have a chance to redeem ourselves in the next one against OKC, starting the game off similar to the last one, getting an assist from LeBron. And for some reason, they leave Shaq wide open in the paint, and that's gonna be another assist. And to finish off my 3 assists objective, I'm gonna find Shaq once again in the paint and nobody can stop him. This is definitely the game of assists. Finding LeBron down in the paint, it really feels like OKC has no idea what to do in the paint. Hell, even I'm getting an easy layup over KD. And Shaq was having so much fun, he decided to take a short corner mid-range for no reason. So we're gonna end up walking away with the win against OKC. A nice little bounce back game from that heartbreaking performance against the Lakers. And we're gonna walk away with 1,300 skill points. The pool is looking a little nicer best right now, sitting at 4.6K, but I know we can get more. And that's why we're hopping into the next one against the Miami Heat. If I remember correctly, the last time we played the Heat, they gave us BTA. So a lot like playing the Lakers, I'm out for blood. And I'm telling y'all, that defensive awareness is doing wonders. Getting a steal and finding LeBron down the court for another assist. Never mind. But I'm gonna make up for it, getting another steal. I'm gonna find Williams down the court and he's gonna get my assist. My guy was having a super confidence booster, getting whatever he wanted in the paint, and he's able to knock down mid-ranges too this game. And look at this clean no-look pass to Shaq in the paint. Shaq was really eating in this paint. Maybe he had a vendetta since, you know, he used to play for the Heat. And as you can see, into the fourth quarter, we ended up going up double digits. And even though Miami tried to claw their way back in this game, it was a little too late, and we're gonna walk away with the win here. Unfortunately, we only completed one objective this go round, so we're only getting 1100 skill points. But sitting with over 5,000 skill points is nothing to laugh at though. My guy even unlocked some new standing animations while holding the basketball. Oh no, kind of cool looking. But next up we have the Timberwolves, who I'm pretty sure aren't doing too well into the season, and I'm gonna take full advantage of that, starting a little ISO play, getting a layup over Kevin Love and Andrew Wiggins. Run to the baseline this game is clearly the cheat code, as I'm able to get whatever I want in the paint, and Shaq with the monster screen, and I'm gonna get a needle threader pass to him so he can slam it in the paint. I really love when I'm able to call for a screen and they actually roll to the basket. You'd be surprised how much that doesn't happen in this game. And after that last win, we're actually going up to the number 6 spot in the Eastern Conference, so we'll take a small victory. Look at this, they're leaving me wide open on the mid-range, and of course I'm gonna knock that down over Andrew Wiggins, and this nice little behind the back play is gonna get him confused, and that's gonna be a nice short corner mid-range. My mid-range shot in this game was deadly, and it almost seemed like Minnesota was gonna walk away here with the win, but hell, they didn't know how to play defense against me, and that led to their detriment. And for some reason, I don't know why the offensive rebound bag was in my possession, but I'm taking full advantage of it. So we're gonna walk away with the win here, only getting another one objective done, only getting 1100 skill points, but as long as it's over 1,000 skill points, I think I'm gonna be okay. But with almost 7,000 skill points in the bank, we're looking pretty good so far. Next up, we have the Indiana Pacers, who are currently doing pretty well right now in my season. So it's not going to be the easiest thing of all time, but when I tell y'all, my player was locked in this game, turning into a offensive scoring demon. I was still able to feed the wealth too at the same time, trying to keep this game as close as possible. And as you guys can see, the Pacers are currently number 3 in the East, so beating them actually does give us a huge boost to up in our rank. I'm going to sneak my way behind LeBron here, and I'm going to be open on the right wing, and I'm going to splash the 3. And ending this first quarter off, we're actually in the lead here, and that will continue even into the second quarter, where I'm still able to throw dimes. Even Danny Granger couldn't even hold a candle to my offensive performance, creating contact and getting the bucket. And that mid-range is still as deadly as ever. The Pacers had some really piss-poor interior defense, and it really felt like the whole team was eating. And even towards the end of the third quarter, it really felt like we're going to run away with this game. And with all those factors, I couldn't tell you how we ended up losing this game. It seemed like as soon as the coach subbed me out, everything just went to shit. But I did end with an A+ and completed every objective, so that's another 1,300 skill point. And this man Danny Granger dropped 24 to get player of the game. It feels like every time my team needs a pick-me-up, here comes the Clippers to go ahead and get us an easy win. Starting the first quarter off, throwing a couple dimes to my boy Shaq in the paint, while also playing some monster defense and even taking it coast to coast for an and one layup. You guys can see by that scoreboard, by the end of the first quarter, we were already up double digits, and we did not let go of the gas even in the second quarter. We were so dominant that I was able to miss my jump shot just to complete the objective and still get the offensive rebound while getting an assist at the same time. Yeah, up 30 against the Clippers, they really had no chance against us, and I somehow completed a milestone this game too, so we ended up walking away with over 2,200 skill points. And when I went to go see what milestone I completed, it was the play in 50 NBA games, which gave us 750 SP, which is much appreciated. We got the Grizzlies up next, who currently are sitting fairly at the bottom of the Western Conference, but we're not going to underestimate that grit and grind. And it really feels like like every game starts with me getting an assist from LeBron. The most unrealistic part of this game was the fact that I was able to get an offensive rebound over 3 Grizzlies players and go up over OJ Mayo and Marc Gasol. That just would not have happened in real life. And then I'm getting an easy inside bucket against Rudy Gay? Yeah, I don't know what Memphis team this is, but this is not who I remember. And that defensive awareness is still working wonders for me, getting a steal, and LeBron's going to find me on the other end for an easy basket. This game is very inconsistent on what the interior defense looks like, so I'm just going to take advantage of it when I can. And I'm once again going to get another steal, hawking them lanes, and I'm going to take it all the way down for a layup. The interior defense was so bad that even after I missed my shot for the objective, even Shaq was able to get a putback layup in. And by the end of the third quarter, we already knew how this game was going to turn out, and you already know I had to show off a little bit to end off this game with a nice little ISO play. And we're going to walk away here with the dub, completing every single objective, getting 1500 SP. Next up, we have the Miami Heat again, and let me tell you, this was just pretty much a dunk fest. My upgraded driving dunk was really showing itself, and Dwayne Wade was even joining in on the fun on the other end. And it's not just fast breaks where my guy decides to take flight, even off the screen from Shaq, finding an open lane and deciding to float. This was definitely one of the more fun games I've had the entire season, and we even jumped up to that number 5 spot. You really couldn't tell if my steal was maxed out or not this game, because I was just hawking. I'm even working on my post game, getting a nice fadeaway to drop. And this was during the time where I increased my quarters to 10 minutes just to see if I could get an increase in skill points. So that's why a lot of these clips are all in the first quarter, and it really felt like I was going to get a triple double with steals. My O board decided to carry itself from that Grizzlies game, allowing me to get an O board over 3 Heat players and getting the garbage bucket in. I'm still trying to figure out the ISO game, but when it works, it looks so good. And what is that? Another steal in the first quarter and another one? Oh my goodness. Now, if only I could finish on the other end to complete my highlight play, that would be amazing. Even though we were down into the second quarter, you couldn't tell my player anything. He was going off like it was his game and his world. And if I could figure out how to pull out this ISO move more often, bro, I would be a deadly highlight reel. And I'm not just showing off my inside game. That 3-pointer is still looking like money out here. I'm also going to get my second block on Dwayne Wade. And if you look at that scoreboard, we're actually going up crazy right now on the Miami Heat. And that's like the only plus I can say about these high quarters, is that you actually get enough time to claw yourself back into the game and then start propelling yourself even further. And once we took that double-digit lead, we did not look back at all. We were getting whatever we wanted on the outside, the inside, throwing dimes whichever way we wanted to, and I'm still getting steals out here. This Miami team did not have an answer for me whatsoever, and we ended up walking away with the dub, of course, getting 1700 skill points to go along with it, and I ended up with a astounding 42 points, 5 assists, 7 rebounds, and 5 steals, which is a crazy stat line for a rookie. And we're only 40 points away from that 1000 career point milestone.
The next game against the Knicks by far was the worst performance we had as a team. But before we get into the weeds of that, check out this poster. Sure, it might have been against the shortest player in the league, but it's still a poster. But as you guys can see, even though I'm getting buckets, the Knicks decided to turn into the Monstars, stepping on our necks and not getting off. At least I was able to complete my 7 jump shot objective, and to top it all off, guess who made a return in this game? That's right, Mr. Shaquille Curry. I'm really curious if it's just my game that's broken like this, or the dev team secretly gave Shaq a burner of a jump shot. At this point, I could probably make a mixtape of the amount of threes Shaq has hit. But we are going to get murdered in this game. Might have even been a record-breaking performance for the Knicks. But at least we didn't get the worst pad in the game, but still not good at all. And former Cavs legend Larry Hughes drops 20 on it. As you can imagine, I was pretty much ready to get off the game after that performance, but seeing how close we are, I have to get to the finish line. Going against the Nets, and you guys might be wondering, why is Big Z on the Nets? What happened? Well, unfortunately, they traded probably the best big man we had on the team for a pencil and a paperclip, leaving me with absolutely no one to stretch the floor out. Well, besides Shaquille Curry. But I would be pissed if I was Big Z, going from a top 5 conference team to one at the bottom of the barrel. I was hoping after that last game, this team would be on their shit actually wanting to win, but I don't know what happened here. This whole first half was me trying to get us back in the game, but it felt like I was battling an uphill fight with no help. But I gotta remember the goal right now, and that's to get this milestone, and I'm gonna do it by any means possible. And with a minute 20 left in the third, LeBron is gonna find me on the right wing for a 3, and that, my friends, is going to get us 1,000 career points. Finally completing what I've been striving to get all day. For a split second, I was hoping that this would give our team a confidence boost, but that's just not how these things work. So we do end up losing, but I am stacking up some huge bread with 3,500 skill points, and we're going to end with nearly 18,000 skill points after all these games. I can pretty much upgrade whatever I wanted, but I wanted you guys' help.
I made that post showing you guys that I'm going live for a very simple reason. As you guys can see on the screen right now, I have been going stupid crazy playing these games on 2K10. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of just been putting my head down and like just going straight at it. And I also have not done a single upgrade since the last video I posted. I need to figure out what to upgrade, and I really don't know what to upgrade.
This took more brain power than I was hoping for, going through every single attribute I could upgrade. And because I already maxed out all the important overall boosters, I wanted to upgrade something I could really have fun with. And it came down to a vote where upgrading the driving dunk and ball handle won. But you can't upgrade the driving dunk without vertical, and someone did cook me in the chat for not upgrading the defense, which was understandable.
Prolific, I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. You are right. I have been getting my ass cooked on defense, and I promise you, we are freaking upgrading that on-ball defense after we do this, okay? All right, this is what we're gonna do, bro. 18,000 skill points. We got our dunk up to a 60, ball handle to a 75, and vertical to a 50. If I click this and it only goes up to like a 71, I will end the stream. I promise you I will end the stream. 3, 2, 1. 72. 72. Okay. I have like pro, you know? I don't think I had pro before. Better dunk packet. I still have rim grades.
Those upgrades didn't get me to a 75 overall like I was hoping, but I still want to hit that for you guys, especially with how long these videos take me to get out. With my newfound upgrades, I wanted to put them to the test immediately. Now, I think my tests were riddled with delusion, but I digress.
What we can do here. All right, fuck it. Contact dunk. Boy, I'm telling y'all I didn't need that layup upgrade though.
Would be the words I soon regretted. But against the Magic, we're doing pretty solid. I wasn't sure where the Magic were ranked this far in the season, but I'm gonna assume that a 2009 Magic team with Vince Carter and Dwight Howard is pretty high up there. It's a close game here in the second, but I'm gonna hawk this lane, getting the steal, and just when I thought I could take flight,
God damn it. Oh my God, I missed the layup.
But hey, at least my new dribble moves seem to be working, getting a last second shot up. But I soon realized that stamina plays such a huge important part of this game. Like, there is no taking flight if you're running on a flat tire. I don't know what I can say about the amount of missed layups. I guess my guy just doesn't like an audience. We were already holding down a solid lead up into the fourth, where we were just playing cat and mouse with each other. With a minute 20 left, I'm finding myself in the corner to get us up 1, and I guess Powell got a block on Dwight Howard here. I don't know, it looked glitched out, but I'm taking off and going to get us up 3. With 15 seconds left with the shot clock winding down, it's Williams who out of nowhere put the dagger in the game, and we are taking down the Orlando Magic, getting 1,500 skill points. The next game really had me confused because that lineup did not look right, but that's because we're in the rookie sophomore game. I really forgot all about the All-Star game and didn't think I was gonna make it, but hey, here we are. But looking at how the teams are, we might be cooked.
Blake Griffin, Johnny Flame, Hashim to beat, Ty Lawson, Yuck, OJ Mayo, Kevin Love, Derrick Rose, Brooke Lopez, Mike Beasley, Russell, Greg. Oh, Jesus Christ. The sophomore list was fucking stacked. If we win this game, it'll be a straight miracle. Me and Blake Griffin, dynamic duo.
but my bunnies decided to make an appearance out of nowhere, taking flight over Brook Lopez. Even though the teams were lopsided, I was trying to keep us in it, but if this game is going to allow players to cheat, then there's really nothing I can do.
Greg, how could you do this to me, Greg?
This honestly might have been some of the worst basketball being played from two teams, and after this play, I didn't even want you guys to suffer through this anymore. So of course, we ended up losing, only getting 1,000 skill points, and with the little SP I had, I put that all on my defense, and now we are a 73 overall. Next up, against Denver, who at this point is one of my sworn enemies, I became a bully in the paint, and my new interior game was finally looking good. This game, like every Denver game, was back and forth all the way to the fourth, but the man who would save us when we were down with 20 seconds left in the game was none other than Shaquille Curry, hitting the game-winning mid-range shot.
No! Oh my gosh, Shaq hit a minute for.
And after I think about 3 games played against Denver, we finally take a win. That Denver game really gave us the boost we needed, and Charlotte didn't know what hit them. We ended up winning by more than 20, and with the skill points I acquired, I put even more on my on-ball defense, getting us to a 74 overall. Really makes me think, what if I just maxed out my defense to a 99? Would I have hit 75 overall? We got the Orlando Magic again, and they must have remembered how we beat them a few games ago, because there was a new aura in the air. One that yearned for revenge. We were playing catch up for most of the game up until the fourth quarter, where we decided to put the clutch jeans on, and LeBron showing us why he is top 3 in this game. With us up 2 and the clock running out, I was fully confident my new on-ball defense could stop anything Vince Carter had planned. Unfortunately, I forgot who the fuck Vince Carter was. With 4.4 seconds left, we had enough time for one play, and I wanted to take that risk myself. Getting the ball inbounded to me, not seeing an immediate opening, but finding my way, throwing up a prayer in the paint, and got the game-winning bucket. Oh my god, this was literally the most clutch play I've had my entire career so far, and a great game to cap it all off at. After playing my one drill, getting +1 in my mid-range, and getting a dub over the Hornets, I was able to put the rest of my skill points on my defense, getting us finally to a 75 overall.
Then what happens? Watch the show and find out.
I have been on a journey to relive the past and go from a 40 to 99 overall in NBA 2K10. After the Summer League, I was given the option to choose what team I wanted to play for, and the first team without hesitation was the Cleveland Cavaliers. I mean, why wouldn't I? This was the year before the decision, and in this particular season, the Cavs were at their peak, or as peak as they could, ending with the best record in the East, a future Hall of Fame head coach. They even picked up Shaq to try and stop Dwight Howard in the playoffs. Not to even mention, this was LeBron's second straight MVP run and solidified him as one of the best players in the league. So with all that knowledge, it's not hard to see why I was shocked when I finally got a spot on the roster. And this team is some cheeks. At the beginning of the season, I don't think we knew what a win was. And this was definitely not the LeBron that had been in the GOAT conversations for the last 20 years. If you have been watching this series since the beginning, you know that this team has been at the bottom of the East for most of the season, until the legendary iGameSometimes decided to step up and turn the team around. And we have steadily been getting better, climbing the ranks one game at a time, and can finally say we are in playoff contention. But now I want to shoot for the stars and actually relive the past and get this Cavs team to that #1 spot in the East. I'm also going to pair this with trying to get to 80 overall, so this should be a fun little experience. So if you guys are enjoying the series and want to see more, make sure you guys drop a like on this video and comment down below who was your favorite team from 2K10. Now let's get it started. Do you play this game because you enjoy it or you just want to complete the series? I do it for both. If I wasn't enjoying it and I was just killing myself to get this over with, I probably wouldn't even be this far into it. With 58 games completed, that means we only have 24 games left in the season to get that #1 spot. But as you guys can see from the schedule, this is not going to be the easiest last quarter of the season. And with the goal of hitting 80 overall too, I have a long grind ahead of me. The first game of the day is actually against the team that is one spot ahead of us in the rankings, the Boston Celtics. But since it's been a minute from the last time I hopped on, I'm not so confident in our ability to pull this off. And with Ray Allen giving me the belt, right now it's not looking too good. I feel like they're going really hard right now because they know how important this game is, just because of how close our team's records are. But there was nothing I could do, even with my upgraded defense. When Ray Allen sees red, it's all over. And this play right here told me everything I needed to.
LeBron getting dunked on. This was awful. Wow. Yeah, this was a waste of time. I don't even want to see. Trying to scrub that game from my memories. We're in Toronto, where we are very determined to bounce back from that last performance. Fast break season. Fuck. That last game against Boston really hurt our standings in the East, but we can't let that one game be the deciding factor for the season. Even when we were down deep in the fourth, we were still powering through, with LeBron even showing why he won the MVP this season. And even with Shaq's lack of defense in the paint, I was able to cut the lead with the midi. It was a back and forth battle, and just when I thought Powell sold the entire game, Shaq came through whipping out the young knees. But Chris Bosh, man, he refused to go down without a fight. And with around 30 seconds left in the game, LeBron is going to find me open on a three, and that's going to tie this game up. With 15 seconds left, a great defensive possession on Bosh created the chance for me to head down the court, finding some open space on the mid-range and sink it in for what I thought was the game winner. And with one last play left in the game, all we had to do was stay solid to finish this one off. Get up on him. Get up on him. Please. Hey, Mo Williams, it's the GM of the Cavs here. Just a quick question. Yeah, how's your Mandarin? With back-to-back losses, I'm really surprised that we are still in the top 5, but being 8 games back from that #1 spot is putting us in a way tougher position. Nothing to do but keep moving forward and find some momentum, this time going against the Knicks. And in this one, I was everywhere, man, making plays on defense and getting tough buckets. This game is actually far more important than I thought, since the Knicks are right behind us, and a loss in this game could mean we drop a whole spot. That's really all I needed to see, and that really made me lock in even more, not letting the Knicks sniff the lead, and thank God this put an end to our short losing streak. With my skill points, I went right back to upgrading that on-ball defense to a 92, making me a 76 overall now. Up against the Nets in the next one here, and we're still in that 5th spot, but it could be worse. We could be the Nets right now. I still can't get over how we lost such a strong soldier to bad team management. Look at you, you gave your whole career since 1997 to Cleveland, and we spat you out like it was nothing. And yeah, so you remember how I was just talking shit about the Nets? So we lost.
How much more can you stink?
And after that loss, surprisingly, we're still at that #5 spot. And it made me wonder how the West side was looking. Okay, yeah, let's just say I'm glad I'm not playing in the West right now. But hey, we still have a whole month here to make up the damage. Next up, we're taking on the Pistons, who are currently right behind us in the rankings now. They were making this a tough battle even deep into the second quarter, and in the third, not gonna lie, this play might tarnish Shaq's legacy. Oh my God. We did end up taking the dub, but I was kind of mad at Ben Gordon dropping my grade at the very last second. With my skill points, I'm gonna go ahead and up my on-ball defense to a 97. Taking on the Bucks, who might actually be the worst team in the league right now, it felt good to finally go against somebody trash, and they play like trash. And I'm getting another dunk with contact in the 4th. So we walk away here with the dub, but I only managed to get 892 SP. But that's all I needed to max out my on-ball defense, and surprisingly, it didn't even boost my overall at all. Moving on, we're only a game and a half behind the #4 spot, so let's get this dub. The Spurs kept this game close well into the second half, but for some reason, their interior defense became non-existent, allowing me to have a field day in the paint. So we're walking away with the win and 1,400 skill points. With the 76ers, it could either be a really good or a really bad game for us, depending on how Andre Iguodala decides to come. Lucky for us though, my 3-point shot was on fire this game. Also, take a look where Philly is ranked right now. Take a good mental picture. Now look at the scoreboard in the next clip. Does anybody see something wrong here? Yeah, you wouldn't believe how close I was to just quitting out the game and starting over, but that would mean the last 30 minutes of my life were for nothing, so there's no backing out now. Very, very unfortunate that we lost to probably the worst team in the league, but at least we walk away with 1,200 skill points, so it's not all bad. And with 3,000 skill points, I'm starting to upgrade my stamina up to an 82, and that's gonna get me to a 77 overall. Not gonna lie, this video is not going at all how I expected. I mean, we are losing to some of the worst teams in the league, and it's not like we have all the time in the world to crawl back up the ranks. A switch needs to be flipped, because if not, then I I don't even see how we can crack the top 3. We have the Boston Celtics again in the next one, and they have been doing nothing but winning. And my guy came into this one with a grudge on his shoulder because he is really just tired of losing. He didn't care who was in the paint, they were going to fear this 60 drive and dunk. And the Celtics are one game away from being the number 2 spot in the league, meaning that if they win this, then they got it. So we cannot let that happen. We might be down double digits starting the second half, but this jumper is going to bring us back. And like I said, it didn't matter who was in the paint, even Paul Pierce can get this work. I didn't realize just how much upgraded my stamina would allow my guy to take flight. And we do end up taking down the Boston Celtics here, completing every objective for 1600 skill points. And I really feel like this was the spark we were hoping for all along. Taking on the Pistons again, and my guy is still out here feeling like Mike. And in a shocking turn of events, we actually have moved up to the number 4 spot in the East, and even crazier, the Wizards dropped from the number 1 down to number 3. And that's just tough. After seeing that, there was no way I could let us fall. So even though we are down, I'm doing everything I can to pull us back. And my defense was out of this world, getting a block on Ben Gordon and then letting that lead to a fast break assist. Then playing those lanes, getting the steal, and that's gonna lead us to another bucket. And when I hit this 3 in the third, we took the lead and never gave it back. My defensive performance would make any coach in the nation proud, and with this win, we have finally put ourselves back on a winning schedule. With my skill points, I'm going right back to that stamina because I'm not going to stop until I have maxed it out. And now up against the Pacers, who are right behind us, that really didn't matter because that switch that I was hoping for finally happened. I mean, just look at how we're playing as a team on this play. This Pacers team couldn't hold a candle to us, and we're going to take them down without a hitch, getting 1400 skill points. Taking on the Chicago Bulls, I'm starting the game off hitting a mid-range, then finding some open space to boom it at the rim. The Bulls are not sitting too pretty, but that means absolutely nothing in this game because they'll turn into some 99 overalls out of nowhere. Especially with that boy Rose on their team, yeah, anything is possible. So I'm doing my job as the team leader, playing great on both sides of the ball to make sure we can keep this lead in the second half. Even with a minute left in the game, I didn't care, man. No mercy for the CPU. And that's going to be another W, making it 4 in a row. And I'm finally going to max out my stamina to a 99, and that's going to get me to a 78 overall. With only a few games left in the month, let's see if I can finish this with all W's. Taking on the Pistons again for the 3rd time this episode, you would think they had time to plan a good strategy or something, but that just didn't seem to be the case. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'll happily take an easy win when it's thrown our way. If only 2K could give me some better objectives to hit, it would have felt a lot better, but we're still walking away with 1000 skill points. Finally taking on somebody from the West in the Hornets, who right now are sitting just above the playoff line. But those teams in the West are a different breed, so we really got to be on our A game in this one. And luckily, we're walking away with yet another W. With 3 games left in this month, my wish of finishing off the month with all greens is almost a reality. We got the Spurs up next, who are the number 2 spot in the West, which makes them dangerous, but my guy did not care, even going as far as to drop Tony Parker to the floor with the spin move ankle breaker. Almost felt like sending this clip to Chris Smoove to see what he thought. Even though we definitely should have lost this game, the momentum we have right now is nearly unstoppable, and we end up beating the Spurs by almost 20 points, even completing all objectives for 1500 skill points. After all these wins, we're still sitting at the number 4 spot, but if we keep this up, we might be able to crack the top 3 soon. Up against the Kings here, and I was really just having fun in this one, even getting a block on Kevin Martin, then taking it to the other end for a bucket. Anyway, we're still going to cruise past the Kings for another win, taking on the Bucks again, and just because they're sitting at the bottom of the league, that doesn't mean we can underestimate them. But apparently the rest of the team did not get that memo. Hell, they even had the lead going into the half. Bro, this game really knows how to get on my nerves, because even though I tried my best and did everything right, we still end up losing to the scrubs of the league. I knew we probably wouldn't win the rest of the games in this season, but damn, man, Man, I didn't want the Bucks to be the team to snap our win streak. And this man, Michael Redd, dropped damn near 30. And you guys wonder why he has a high-ass My Team card in 2K nowadays. That loss was tough, but this next game holds even more weight. Because even though we did lose, we were saved by our amazing win streak, and we are now one of the top 3 teams in the East, only behind the Boston Celtics and today's opponent, the Atlanta Hawks. And for those of you who don't understand the stakes of this game, the only 2 teams that we cannot, and I mean cannot lose to, are the ones above us. And if we do, there is little to nothing I can do to claw our way back this late in the season. And I feel like the Hawks knew this coming into it because they were putting the foot on the gas throughout the entire first half. But in the third, the momentum shifted after this one play. My guy was seeing straight red, and when he saw the guy that tried to posterize him not too long ago, it was time for revenge. But in the fourth, I'm trying to make sure we can hold this lead down, playing amazing defense and finding the open man. Luckily, the rest of the team locked in as we take down the Atlanta Hawks. But this won't be the last time we go against them today. With 9,000 skill points, I went with upgrading the 3, something I've been avoiding doing this entire series. But it's time to up it now, and that's gonna get me to a 79 overall. On top of that, I completed another shooting drill, giving me +1 to the 3-pointer. And with this newfound 3-point ability, I was determined to take down the #1 team in the East. Okay, you know what? Maybe shooting isn't for me, but finishing at the rim is. But I can't just give up on shooting though. All right, you know what? I'm gonna just turn into a pure slasher for the rest of the game. You know what? Make that a 2-way slasher, as I'm gonna come in clutch with a steal to end off the third quarter. Into the fourth, we are down, but I'm not letting off the gas for even a second. I'm even hitting a 3 when we needed it the most. And a great defensive possession led me to sprinting down the court to take the lead with less than 3 minutes left in the game. We would actually continue this back and forth battle all the way down to the last seconds of the game. And with 10 seconds left on the clock, I knew I needed to be the one to hit the shot in the clutch. God damn it. All right, you know, maybe I could have settled for a better shot, but oh man, that was hard to watch. Even after losing that game, we were still in the top 3. But like I said, losing to the teams at the top make it nearly impossible to climb your way up. But there is at least one team I know for a fact we can take down, and that is the Atlanta Hawks. And taking a look at the West, yeah, them boys different over there. I went ahead and upped my close shot a little bit to a 71, but when I went to boot up the next game, I knew something was wrong because Nick Gregory was the starting point guard. And I haven't even heard that name since the Summer League. Nick Gregory, Kobe, I don't know who the hell those guys are. And I got so damn scared once I saw the D-League logos too. Man, I thought the Cavs really sent my ass down to the D-League after losing to the Celtics. I got so scared, I just reset the console, hoping that it was a fluke, and thank God it was, because man, I don't know what I would have did if I had to claw my way back to the league. Actually, you know, I probably would have dropped 60 at this point. Restarting my console must have reset my shot because it felt like I could not miss from the outside. With us being 1 game back from the Hawks, we really needed all the wins we can get. Even into the second half, my jumper was pure as ever. I can honestly say if it wasn't for my 3-point sniping ability this game, we definitely would have lost, and I was only 1 3-point shot away from completing this milestone, and man, that would have been a huge help. With the little skill points I have, I'm gonna up my shooting traffic to an 80. And we have none other than the Chicago Bulls in the next one. And you want to know how I know my player is getting better? Because there is a reality where I blocked Derrick Rose on a fast break. Crazy. After that last game, my 3-point shot has still been money for me. And when this screen popped up, I was actually shocked because it said we are now the #2 team in the Eastern Conference. But it's really a 3-way tie for second place right now. So we for damn sure cannot lose because we might fall back to that #4. So it's time to lock in. On a serious note though, we did end up locking in, and it was really crazy to think we only have 3 games left in the season, and I'm still fighting to get an 80 overall. Let me play a whole season of modern 2K without being at least a 90. I think I would crash out. This game actually came down to the wire, even going into overtime, but thank God we had the upper hand, walking away with a close dub and getting 1,600 skill points. It looks like this #2 spot is here to stay, at least for right now. Up against the Pacers for the last time this season, and I remember there used to be a time where this team scared me, but not anymore. What is scaring me though is the fact the Hawks have the same record as us. So you already know once I seen that green window opened up tenfold. And I'm even completing the 100 3-point field goals in a single season milestone too. And that's gonna get me well over 2,000 skill points for one game, which is even more surprising because I didn't complete one objective. These end of the year objectives really made me wish I shot better through the season because I already know those skill points at the end are gonna feel so good. For the second to last game, we have the Orlando Magic, and I'm getting busy off the rip against them. They need to put Dwight Howard back in the game because this paint looking sweeter than candy. Even though the Magic can't even make the playoffs, they still wanted to make this game as hard as possible. But I did something I thought I would never do, and that is block Vince Carter on a fast break dunk. Only few can say they have ever done that. And with this buzzer beater 3 to end off the first half, I made sure to do everything I can to keep this lead for the rest of the game. But I could tell Vince did not take getting blocked on that dunk all too well. And this shot with 10 seconds left in the game was probably the dumbest thing I have ever done. Now, I've been in this situation before, and I refuse to let Vince Carter hit a game winner over me, especially with 99 defense. But I didn't say anything about Jameer Nelson though. I mean, just of course something like this will happen to me, you know? Why is it that every time the CPU has a chance to make a game winner, they actually do? Well, that sucked, but with one game left in the season, it was now or never to seal our spot for the playoffs. And this game right here is the battle for second place. You could tell both teams understood the assignment in this one. I mean, it's not every day the last game of the season is against a team with the same record as you in the same conference. And I'm not gonna lie, the Hawks were definitely the better team in this third quarter, but some clutch plays by me allowed us to take the lead right as the quarter was about to end. And in the fourth, I refused to let go, playing some elite offense and even better defense. Unfortunately, close games like this don't end in fairy tale fashion. If I wanted to win, I was gonna have to earn it. And my guy, Mo Williams, probably hit the clutchest shot of his whole career here. We might be able to save him from getting shipped off to China. With the time winding down, I thought I was about to witness the power of ISO Joe, but for some reason, he just walked out of bounds. I don't know why he did it, but I'm not complaining. And that single-handedly sealed the game for us. And that means we have ended the season as the #2 team in the East. Man, it wasn't the #1 spot, but if you've been watching this series from the beginning, you know just how far I had to climb to get to this point. And looking at the power rankings, we're actually the #3 team in the whole league, which I can definitely applaud us for that. And of course, the #1 spot in our division. So at least we got #1 in something. And with 7,000 SP, I went ahead and upped my layup and dunk so I can finally unlock some new animation, and completing another shooting drill to get me +1 to my midi. But when I pressed to advance the season, the milestones came right on in, and Kobe ended up winning the MVP instead of LeBron this season. But of course, you guys know I won Rookie of the Year and made the all-rookie first team. Now the playoff picture is set, and I finally have a new dunk package, and with these new skill points, I'm upping my midi to a 98, and now I am finally an 80 overall.
Let's go. All right. Move it.
It's been a long 4 months, but the wait is finally over because we are jumping straight back into the 40 to 99 overall journey on the first ever NBA 2K MyPlayer with NBA 2K10. We started this journey in the Summer League with the Knicks as a 40 overall scrub who couldn't even dribble a basketball. We fought for a training camp invite and landed a spot on the Cleveland Cavaliers at the very bottom of the rotation. But we didn't stay there long. We grinded the entire season, taking this team from the bottom of the league all the way to the #2 seed in the East. And now I'm an 80 overall, the new captain of the team, and we just finished the regular season with only one thing standing in our way: the playoffs. So my goal today is to survive the playoffs and see how far we can get, maybe even win the NBA championship, and use any skill points I get during this video to hopefully get my player up to an 85 overall. And guys, we are so close to hitting 60,000 subscribers, so if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you guys are ready for this journey to start back up. Round 1 starts right now, so let's see if we can survive the Nets. I have not played this game at all since the last full video I made on this game. We're gonna jump right back into it like I never left. But normally every time I do like a return to 2K10, like whoever we're playing against just turns into the greatest team of all time. Immediately I could tell the rust was real. Hold on, midi.
Not only was shooting a struggle, but I could not hold my own on defense. I had to rely solely on getting to the paint just to survive. Even when I tried to knock the dust off, it was clear that I was only hurting the team by chucking up these shots.
Oh my goodness, I'm terrible.
Although it was a rough first half, there was a slight shift in my tune come the third quarter.
Hey, oh my God, I haven't seen a dunk in months.
I thought a comeback was on the horizon, but when coach decided to sub me out and bring me back to start the fourth, I could not believe my eyes.
Bro, we're down 10 with 2 minutes left.
What happened? Like I told y'all, whenever I decide to come back to NBA 2K10, the other team becomes the greatest of all time.
Oh, we go down 0-1 in the series.
This is not how we wanted to start. I really don't know what happened. I felt like I played pretty good for my first game back. Maybe it had something to do with LeBron only dropping 10 points and Mo Williams out here just with 16 minutes of cardio work. Game 2 started out a little better, getting a steal and turning it into points. I'm out here flying and dropping dimes to Shaq while also snagging over the entire Nets team to put up some tough buckets. Offensively, we were looking pretty solid. Defensively though, we couldn't stop a nosebleed. Nothing. I can't help if nobody boxed out. And my passing ability was not making things any better. No, Big ZY! Oh, I got 3 turnovers. This is not good. Oh, this is not good. Even though I tried everything I could to spark a comeback, it was clear that the 2K10 guys did not want me to win this game.
They called a fucking foul.
Unfortunately, we found ourselves down 0-2 to the Nets. I took the 1100 skill points I made and maxed out my mid-range to a 99. Surely that fixes things, right? Bro, I'm not feeling very optimistic about this series right now. Oh, how right I was to be feeling like that. The Nets are getting speed boosting animations that I've never seen before. And Brook Lopez, he stole all of Shaq's power and turned into a beast. Come on, Shaq, please, I believe in your defense. Shaq could not hold a candle to him, and it was honestly pretty sad to watch. Great defense, Shaq. Great defense. I love how you're right up on him. You're right there, bro. So close. Oh, nope, you're still going back. Yes. Go out of bounds. Even though I thought we were slowing down the Nets' momentum, here comes Devin Harris to remind us that he was a dog back in 2009. This was not supposed to happen like this. I don't know what more I can do to cap this off, man. I don't know. For those of you who aren't familiar with the playoffs, it's a race to 4 wins. So being down 0-3 means I need a miracle to dig myself out of this hole.
All right, boys. It is literally Christmas Day, December 25th.
And you know, I really should be spending time with family, but I can't get it out of my mind that I'm down 0-3 right now, and I just can't let that slide. I'm being honest. I can't let that slide, and something has to get changed. And the change, my friends, is going to happen today. And finally, Shaq woke up. He was actually trying to score.
Come on, Shaq, let's go. All day, big fella.
Finally rolling on my pick and rolls. I'm even doing my part on defense, getting a lane steal and turning it into a dunk. We were getting the momentum up with everyone firing on all cylinders. The Nets, though, were not going to go down so easy. But my dunks were making a statement that we are not going to lose this one. And Shaq was really my partner in crime today. Finally doing everything a Hall of Famer should be doing. They truly could not stop me from flying in the paint, and we take game 4. The sweep is officially off the table.
We would not be shut out in my first playoff appearance. I'll tell you that much.
And I'm going to upgrade my passing from a 40 up to a 59, and now I'm an 81 overall.
Let's see if we can have a repeat of last game here.
In game 5, I could tell that new pass accuracy was working great, getting nice dimes to Shaq, and my passes are actually encouraging him to go to the rim for once. I'm even able to start passing out of shots now. Can you believe it?
Let's go. Great assist right there too.
The paint this game was looking like straight candy. I don't think I've ever gotten this many dunks in a single game.
We absolutely killed this shit. 20-point dub. Now we're only down 3-2. Let's go. We're fucking locked in, man. 26-10-3. I believe in us. We can tie up this damn series.
Game 6, the energy is still alive and well, and I'm making sure to keep the team morale high, dunking on the entire net squad and hitting Kevin Garnett middies.
Let's go.
Even when I started getting double teamed, my teammates were there to knock down their shots.
And we tie the series up at 3-3, forcing a game 7. That is the type of comeback I like to see. Now we got one more game to put this away. And this has been a very long first round of the playoffs. But damn it, I am determined.
Before we start game 7, I'm going to upgrade my pass accuracy from a 59 to a 72, and now I'm an 82 overall.
All right, and let's go ahead and finish this series off once and for all.
I wanted no stress. Getting the game started with a dunk, and on the next play, getting a fast break poster.
Oh my God, that was a poster.
In the second quarter, it was more of the same. Having my way in the paint with no signs of slowing down. I'm popping threes and hitting Shaq on the roll. Right now, we look unstoppable. The ice has finally thawed.
Oh my God.
But the Nets would not let this die. With 30 seconds left, we're up by 1, and Leon Powell decides to pull a contested mid-range for no reason. Oh, Powell, you shitter! With 10 seconds left on the clock, LeBron saves us with a steal, sending Mo Williams to the free throw line, where he...
No! You shitter! Oh, you shitter! Oh, you shitter! Please, make this one. Oh my fucking God, you shitter.
We're up 2 with 2.5 seconds left. Bro, it's pretty much game over, right? Of course not.
Oh my God, bro! I know it! I know it! I fucking know it!
Of course, Devin Harris wants to turn into Michael Jordan. In overtime with 30 seconds left, we are down 2. I drive to the paint with a full head of steam and get the and one. And fucking one. Heading to the free throw line, I hit the free throw to get us up by 1. And with 10 seconds left on the clock, the Nets have the ball, and I'm trying to play lockdown D, and Austin pulls up for 3, and thank God he misses.
Woo! Come on, oh my God. You haven't done shit all season. These are the most clutch free throws of your fucking career, pal. Please, please. Get the fuck off my team, bro. Get the fuck off my team. Come on. You better fucking make this shit. You better fucking make it. Get the fuck off my team. Shaq, thank God. Let's go, Shaq. Let's go. Fuck. You're useless. You're fucking useless.
We survive. I dropped 33 points in game 7.
When we got niggas like Bron only scoring 4 points, bro, in game 7, I don't know, bro. I don't know what the hell we're supposed to do. I don't know how much longer. Imagine we go against the fucking Lakers. We're gonna get screwed.
It's been a few days since that stress fest against the Nets, and I've had some time to cool down. And honestly, I have some newfound confidence.
I guarantee you we're not gonna go down 0-3 again. If anything, I feel like we're gonna clean sweep.
Don't know where this confidence came from, but goddamn it, I have it. Game 1 started off hot with Ben Gordon, Rodney Stuckey, and Villanueva hitting threes, trying to make it feel like an actual game. But the momentum we had from the Nets series carried over. Even when I missed, the team is out here hustling for me. My shooting was on point, and with Shaq out here hitting middies, our confidence went through the roof. And from that point on, I could not be stopped.
Hey! Oh, we take it light, baby.
And we take down the Detroit Pistons in our first game of the second round, walking away with 1,600 skill points here. I dropped 38 points, and with the SP I got, I'm upping my pass accuracy to an 82, and that makes us an 83 overall now. Game 2 and 3, it was like I was Oprah out here. You get an assist, you get an assist, everybody gets my assist. The Pistons literally have no paint defense, and I probably cut my top 3 best posters in the entire game during this stretch. We end up winning game 2 by 28 points, and I dropped 33, while LeBron, on the other hand, only had 2 points. Pretty disappointing. And even though game 3 was on the road, it didn't even matter. There was nothing the Pistons could do to stop us in the paint the entire game, so we end up winning by 7 to go up 3-0, and I got another 30 piece in the process. Game 4, the confidence was at an all-time high. Even though I didn't perform the best in the first half, I could rely on my teammates to pick up my slack, getting buckets all over the court. Detroit tried to fight back, keeping it close up until the fourth, but once I got hot, it was wraps. We complete the sweep 4-0, and I finished with 33 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. And even though I have to put the team on my back every game, if we keep this up, we will have no problems getting to the finals. Hell, we might even get that ring. Hopefully we go up an overall here. I'm gonna up this pass from an 82 to a 93, and that's gonna make us an 84 overall, just as I suspected. When game 1 tipped off, I was genuinely scared. The Wizards came out swinging, knocking down every shot they took. Meanwhile, LeBron is out here completely airballing. And on top of that, I'm sitting on a D+. But as the game went on, things started to click. Late in the first and into the second quarter, I finally started putting points on the board. The lead kept expanding and expanding, and soon enough, there was no looking back, because the Wizards simply just didn't have an answer for us. Yeah, to be honest with you guys, I'm not worried about the Wizards at all. Honestly, I think we're pretty fine in the East. I think those New Jersey Nets was just a fluke, but I see us getting a clean sweep on the Wizards here. Before game 2, I had a shooting drill to complete, so I went ahead and did that and secured a +1 to my three-pointer. And that work paid off immediately. Game 2 started way better than the first. It honestly felt like I had the ball on a string the way I was moving. And that 90 pass accuracy was doing wonders for setting up the team. We started off slow, actually trailing to start the second quarter, but by halftime, we had completely taken over. In the second half, I was putting on an absolute scoring clinic. We ended up winning game 2 by 10 points, and I dropped another 30 bomb in the process. After that performance, I decided to take my skill points and finally max out my pass accuracy to a 99. But then came game 3, and I could definitely feel a shift in the air. This Wizards team was suddenly playing out of their minds, hitting shots they couldn't even fathom in the previous 2 games. This game was not going well for me at all. It felt like nothing could go right. Even into the second half, I couldn't believe what I was witnessing. For the first time in a while, I started to see cracks in our game that I thought we already patched up. Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened here. I think the refs were paid off. I know I didn't play the best game of my life, but Jesus, I didn't expect us to go down by almost 20. The clean sweep was officially off the table. This loss was a real wake-up call, and it just proved that I couldn't afford to take any games off. All right, let's try this shit again, and hopefully we do not have the same performance as last time. If we wanted a chance to win this series, I knew I fully had to put the team on my back. I was going crazy in the first quarter with straight tunnel vision, just looking for my own shot. That didn't stop going into the second half either. This game was way closer than I liked, so putting my head down and finding a bucket any way I could became my only option. I hate to play like I can't trust my teammates, but damn it, man, I am not trying to have a repeat of that Nets series and draw this out to game 7. All right, and that is how you get shit done, and we still barely won, so that's a little upsetting. You know, it is what it is. We got all 3 objectives complete, got an A+. I had to drop 41, only had 1 assist too. That's how much I had to put the team on the shoulders this go around. Like, look at everybody else on the team. 6, 4, 4, like what else am I supposed to do? But a win is a win, and I'm going to start upgrading my skill rating up to a 58, and that is officially gonna bring us to an 85 overall, completing the goal of today's video. Still got a little ways to go though before this video is over, so who knows how far we can boost this overall to at the end of this. I saw game 5 as nothing more than a business trip. I came in with a massive chip on my shoulder and told myself I was going to dominate on all sectors. Once again, I was seeing nothing but the ball and the rim, taking things into my own hands. I was finally able to end this game the way it should have been ended days ago. We have taken down the Washington Wizards in the 3rd round of the playoffs. Wasn't quite a clean sweep, but you know what I mean, we got the job done. That's all that matters. I dropped 26 points to close it out, and I'm gonna boost my steal up to a 63. And now there is only one team, well, one man, who stands in the way of bringing the title to Cleveland: Kobe Bean Bryant. I foreshadowed this happening all the way back at the end of the first round against the Nets, where I said, imagine we go against the fucking Lakers. We're gonna get screwed. Let's see if I jinxed us, or if we have actually grown as a team since that moment. We're nearing the end. You guys see him, bro. You guys see that man, Kobe Bean, bro. That is the one man stopping us from winning an NBA Finals right now. And I'm guarding him too, which is even crazier. I was honestly hyped up to start this game, but almost immediately, I could tell my teammates had their heads in the clouds. That's that 99 pass. Oh shit, it's already starting. I threw an absolute dot to LeBron James and he somehow found a way to whiff the layup. I realized pretty quickly that I wasn't gonna get any help. So I had to do what I've been doing this entire playoff run, putting the team squarely on my back. I don't know what happened, but the first half felt like all my attributes got a 10 times boost. I was shooting in heavy traffic with ease and I was hitting middies like my 99 rating meant something. And that paint was just wide open for the taking. I was so dominant in that first half that I think Kobe started to take things personally because the game literally glitched out and had him dragging me across the court for no reason. What the hell is Kobe doing? What are we doing? Kobe might take this game personal, man. I don't know. He might try to hit a comeback on me. But that little comeback they tried didn't have a chance of blooming with the way I was playing. And Kobe was genuinely having a pretty terrible game, shooting something like 3 for 10 from the field. That sucks for him, but it meant we were going to take game 1 with ease. We have officially taken down the Lakers in game 1. Absolute insanity. 26-6, man. I told you, I gotta drop at least 30 a night or we don't win. And I'm gonna take my skill points and go ahead and up my shooting traffic from an 81 up to an 87. Game 2 started off lopsided. Kobe definitely took that last game to heart because in the first quarter, he was everywhere, getting rebounds over me, hitting tough buckets, and honestly locking me up. He was playing insanely great defense, but just like Goku, you gotta make your opponents feel like they have a chance before you crush them. In the second quarter, I flipped the switch hard, making insane plays on both sides of the ball. Eventually, that lead the Lakers had built up just dwindled away. And by the third quarter, we had completely taken over. Kobe, we're not doing this again, Kobe. Don't get it twisted though. Even though we were hooping, this game was still close all the way down into the fourth quarter. Then Kobe stole the ball right from under my hands and pulled off this insane reverse windmill dunk to try to get his team hyped up. Oh my God. Yo, you're getting a little too confident, bro. You're getting the Staples Center a little too fucking hype right now. But I was able to silence that noise pretty quickly by getting a massive block on Kobe with less than a minute left in the game. And that was all I needed to do to secure our W. And that, my boys, is game 2 in the bag, bro. Let's go. Let's fucking go, bro. We are taking a 2-0 lead. The sweep is coming. I'm feeling really good about our performance right now. Before starting game 3, I had another drill to complete, which gave me another +1 to my 3-point shot. Surprisingly, that bumped us up to an 86 overall without spending a single skill point. And with the skill points I earned from last game, I decided to up my shooting traffic all the way to a 92. However, that enthusiasm I came into game 3 went completely out the window as soon as the game started. I could immediately tell this game was different. I'm no stranger to Kobe going off, but this time it didn't last for just 1 quarter. Kobe made sure to let me know there are levels to this NBA thing and that he was at the top of the food chain. He already had 14 points by the half and did not show any signs of slowing down. I wasn't even playing bad either. My 99 pass accuracy was feeding the entire team, and I even threw my first ever alley-oop in the game. But Kobe did not give 2 shits about any of that, and his buckets really made me feel like there was no hope in this game. I can't compete, bro. Even down to the last seconds of the game, Kobe gave us 0 room to breathe, and unfortunately, he got the better of me this time. That shit's so heartbreaking, bro. What more could I do? Kobe dropped 30. I didn't want to linger too long on that loss, so I immediately jumped into game 4. I tried not to let that game start the same way as the last one, but this time Kobe's supporting crew was going as crazy as him. Hell, Andrew Bynum is out here getting put back dunks over my head. No matter how bad it looked, I was always there to make sure the Lakers didn't pull away too much. At one point, I even got our lead up to 7 ending the third quarter, but then Shaquille Curry decided to make an appearance for no reason, with Shaq missing a 3-pointer in clutch time. That wasn't the only boneheaded move Shaq made. He let Andrew Bynum snag a rebound right over him, which let Ron Artest hit a wide open 3 to make it a 1-point game. And with 40 seconds on the clock, I was trying to set up a smart play, but Shaq decided to take things into his own hands and chuck up a mid-range jumper for no reason. And because of that, the Lakers were able to score on the other end, taking the lead with only 24 seconds left. And with 10 seconds left on the clock, I knew I had to clutch things up for us, but I completely sold. Paul Gasol ripped the ball right away from me, and unfortunately, that's all they needed to put this game away. We let Andrew Bynum get player of the game. I'm gonna up my steal to a 68, and I am so determined to spark something in our team that I'm literally out here making us run scrimmages just to get us back on track so I can fully realize how to properly use my teammates.
Just gonna have to hope and pray that we don't fuck up next game.
I would be lying if I said the Lakers were stepping off the gas to start game 5, but I also would be lying if I said I was gonna give up on my team. We might be in an uphill battle right now, but I refuse to stop trying. And just when I thought I could take the lead over, oh man, the Lakers kept steamrolling. And then Kobe hit a contact dunk so bad, it might genuinely affect LeBron's legacy. Ray just holy. But I didn't let that dunk turn the tides on this game. I already had 18 by the half, and on top of that, I ended up getting a contact dunk of my own. In the second half, we really started to turn up, even taking the lead, and my defensive presence finally helped us maintain it. One more game. Just one more game till we get our ring. I dropped a playoff high of 42 points just to have us win by only 5. If that doesn't show you how much work I have to put in to beat the Lakers, I don't know what does. In a year that the Los Angeles Lakers won an NBA championship, we can literally rewrite history, and maybe LeBron never leaves Cleveland. I'm leaving fucking Cleveland, but LeBron might not. I started the game off crazy, getting a block on Kobe on the very first play, and I was not going to let that possession go unanswered. I got points immediately on the other end, and even though Kobe was cold after that, it didn't matter because he still splashed a 3 right in my face. That was apparently a big spark for them because before I knew it, we were down 16-7 towards the end of the first quarter. Heading into the second quarter, down double digits is not what I wanted or expected, but I refused to let us lay down. I was hoping a contact dunk over Paul Gasol could bring some momentum back to our side, and it really might have just worked because I was able to swing the rock to LeBron for a bucket, and I was even able to get the refs on my side, getting an and-one basket to drop. And by halftime, I already had 21 points. Starting the third, I was still trying to crawl ourselves out of this double-digit deficit, and in the blink of an eye, you might have missed it if you weren't paying attention, a couple buckets from me allowed us to cut the lead out of double digits. And Kobe must have seen the momentum change because he was out here still trying to throw me into the bleachers. It was a battle, but at least we were able to go into the fourth only down 8. It didn't take too long until Kobe brought the lead back up to 11, but a couple good defensive possessions allowed us to cut the lead back down to 6. Then, this offensive 3-second call on Paul Gasol gave us the momentum we were looking for, allowing LeBron to knock down a 3 in the clutch, and with 2.5 minutes left in the game, we were only down by 3. A great defensive play by Shaq, forcing Bynum to miss, allowed us to go off to the races down the court, but I hit LeBron on the cut, and that is going to cut the lead down to just 1. Even though the Lakers scored again, this Cavs team was moving the ball beautifully. LeBron was able to find Mo Williams on the 3-point line, and he splashed it, tying this game up. And after another good defensive stop, I was able to take the ball coast to coast, and we finally took the lead for the first time all game. And with less than a minute left in this game, we needed to play lockdown D, and Andrew Bynum pulled up for 3, and thank God he missed, and we got the rebound. And this was our chance to really start pulling away here. And the absolute last guy on our team that I expected to score, let alone a 3-pointer because he only had a 25 rating, Leon Powell, hitting the biggest 3-pointer of his career. With 20 seconds left, Kobe refused to back down, hitting this tough floater over LeBron, but when it came down to a free throw battle, I stepped up to the plate and made sure my team knew they could count on me. And guys, we made history. From the bottom of the league to NBA champions, we made history tonight. And nobody in this Staples Center is happy right now, and who could blame them? Who thought this Cleveland Cavaliers team even stood a chance all year? I dropped 39 points to put it away, and I fought for every single basket. I ended my first NBA season with 104 games completed, and as the milestones were coming in, I somehow jumped up to an 87 overall for seemingly no reason. I'm not going to complain though. And on the next screen, I had a choice to make. I could sign with the Rockets, Nuggets, or Nets, or come back to Cleveland. But guys, I'm gonna be honest, this Cavs team will always be in my heart, but there is not a damn chance that I'm staying here. And it's not even a guarantee that LeBron is gonna stay. But there is one team on this list that I can see myself being the missing piece. Fuck it, we going to the Nuggets. We play for the Nuggets now. I'm sorry to everybody out there, bro. We playing for the fucking Nuggets. The Nuggets team had Chauncey Billups, a young J.R. Smith, Carmelo Anthony, and Nene, so I really feel like I could take over the league coming to Denver. We successfully went from an 80 to 87 overall through this whole episode. I know it's been a while since I posted this series, but trust me when I say I never give up on a series. I always finish them. Man, drop an OG in the comment section, man. Let me know if you guys have really been here since the first episode, bro.
Are you ready to move on?
I'm on a mission to be the first YouTuber to fully document taking a my player in the NBA 2K10 from 40 to 99 overall. No shortcuts, just straight gameplay. After surviving my rookie season, I have got my player up to an 87 overall. But today is the day I'm going to completely break the progression system. I'm on a brand new team with the Denver Nuggets, a whole lot of drills to exploit, and an entire board of milestones I plan to wipe and get rich off of by the end of this video. The ultimate goal is to see just how much skill points I can squeeze out of this game by any means necessary, and find out exactly how high I can boost this 87 overall, completing as many goals as possible before the end of this video. Let's begin. In my head, I'm thinking I don't care about teammate grade or anything else, but just getting these milestones and getting as much skill points as possible. 20 drills? Jesus Christ. That's a lot of drills, man. Holy shit. Honestly, I didn't believe doing 20 drills would take as long as it did. And I know some of you might be wondering why I don't do the drills glitch to max out something like my speed that costs a lot of SP. And to be honest with y'all, I tried. It just doesn't work anymore. But I don't need to do glitches to make progress toward this 99 overall. Oh, now we're an 88 overall. Lovely. Getting to 90 overall just doing drills would be insane. It would be insane, but not realistic. The only thing I was after was maxing out my three-pointer because I really did not want to throw a year's worth of salary at it to max it out. And there we have it, 99 three-pointer. Love that. After completing the rest of the drills, I was sitting at an 89 overall with over 7,000 SP. And with that, I'm gonna up my ball handle to an 86, and hopefully that gets me to a 90 overall. And that unfortunately did not make me a 90 overall. But at least I unlocked some new all-star dribble moves. All right, and now we are ready to begin our second season in the league with our first game against the San Antonio Spurs. Chauncey Billups, me, Carmelo, Kenyon Martin, and Nene. That's a deadly sounding starting five. You already know I had to make a statement on the first play. Start off. Oh my God, okay.
You suck.
One thing I like about this Nuggets team is that no one is afraid to take the shot and put some points on the board. Come on, Melo fellow, hello. Whatever the hell Oprah Shah used to say. Even though it took a second for me to knock the dust off, I was back in the driver's seat. Hey, first dunk as a Denver Nugget. The squad even had surprises I was not ready for. Oh my God. I did not know Nene had that dunk package. Shit. With all the good I've been talking about this team, you wouldn't think we would find ourselves trying to claw our way back in the lead, but with me staying super consistent, scoring at will.
I mean, my God. How much more can you stink?
And Carmelo Anthony doing his part on the floor along with everyone else, we were able to take the Spurs down in my first Denver game. And that's how you pick up your first win of the season. I earned 1,400 SP and walked away with Jordan Player of the Game. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take my block from a 25 and I'm going to bring it up to a 40. And let's see what that does. All right, but the main thing that I want to do are these milestones. These milestones are what's really going to get my skill points up, and this is all I'm worried about right now. And some are looking way easier than others, but the first two I'm eyeballing are make 10 3-point field goals in a game and score 50 points in a single game for another 1,000. Mostly because I was extremely close getting these both without even trying. And for these milestones, I'm definitely going to increase the minutes this game to 9. I'm not going to lie, hitting 10 3-point shots in a game was noticeably harder than what I remembered. I realized quickly that trying to chuck up threes was not the way to go. So I took shots that I knew I could make to heat myself up, hoping those threes would come smoother. Unfortunately for me, my jumper was nowhere near smooth. Eventually, I had to have a real talk with myself. This jumper is really just the problem. But that didn't stop me from getting that 50-point milestone, and I had to do it the coldest way possible. And that should be the milestone. There we go. Score 50 points in a single game. Knocking down one milestone was good enough for me right now. I ended with 3,000 SP after that game, and I even went as far as dropping 70 points. Wow. Hopefully this will get me to a 90 overall, going from a 78 steal up to an 85. Please. Yes, let's go. 90 overall. Woo, look at that. In order for me to stand a chance getting this 3-point milestone, that old jumper had to go. After looking far and wide, I landed on Kobe Bryant's jumper, and I trusted that will take me to the promised land. Now, learning Kobe's jumper did have a bit of a learning curve. In my first game with it on, I didn't even come close to hitting 10 3-pointers, let alone 5. But in the next one, right after I upped my offhand dribbling to a 70, things were starting to look really good, with me finally able to get 3 of them to drop. Although I didn't come close to getting the objective again, I could tell progress was being made. Also, this was the dumbest way to lose a basketball game at the last second. After playing another game against the Bobcats and making even more progress, the matchup against the Rockets had a different aura in the air. I started the game off hot, and in the first quarter with 4 3-pointers already made. In the second quarter, things didn't stop. It felt like I could hit anything I threw up at the basket. By the third quarter, I was finally able to hit that last shot, and the 10 3-point milestone was officially conquered. We ended up winning. I secured 2800 SP, and now there are only 3 more milestones left to clear off the board. Score 75 points, get a triple-double, and record 3 steals and 3 blocks in a single game. To be honest, the 75-point milestone really felt like light work. Unfortunately for the Jazz, they just so happened to be my victims this night. I already dropped 70 points when all I was aiming for was 50, so if I put my head down and don't even think about passing the ball to my teammates, this challenge could be knocked out without breaking a sweat. And by the third quarter, I already had the milestone locked up. It didn't stop there though, with me putting on a scoring clinic. I even got a PlayStation trophy for hitting 15 3-point shots in one game. We ended up killing the Jazz, and I walked away with a whopping 4100 SP after dropping 94 points. Take that, Bam. With the scoring out of the way, it was time to play selfish on the boards, getting a triple-double. Before hopping straight into it, I had another drill to complete, and with 10K sitting in the account, I went ahead and dropped the bag, bringing my vertical up to a 90, and that's gonna get me to a 91 overall. And honestly, that's the only way I see myself jumping high enough to get these rebounds. I know I keep saying I'm not gonna lie a lot, but I'm not gonna lie. This milestone was taking me the longest time out of any of them. Since I'm only a 6'6" guard, if I don't start the game off strong getting rebounds, I stand no chance. I went ahead and upped my ball handle to a 90 just so I could unlock even more dribble moves. I don't know why I thought that would help me in this situation, but I digress. This next game against the Grizzlies, however, gave me some hope. Not in the beginning though. Not only could I not make a shot to save my life, but my team refused to get me assists. However, on the defensive end, I was lucky to put myself in great positioning for rebounds, even snagging an O board for one of my misses. And I already had 4 rebounds in the first quarter and would be a fool to let this opportunity pass. I ended the first quarter with 6 rebounds and 16 points. So in the second quarter, my only focus was getting these assists started. I was praying they would stop passing out of shots, and by halftime, I was sitting with 32 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. In the second half, I was able to snag the rest of the rebounds with ease, and lucky for me, my team was actually responding to these pick and roll play calls to help me get these assist numbers up. And with 7 minutes left in the game, I only needed 1 more assist to put this milestone away. And in that exact moment, my coach decided to sub me out for absolutely no reason. Thank God he put me back in the game, but there was only 47 seconds left on the clock. A milestone that seemed so easy to reach felt like it was getting snatched right from under me. I refused to let that happen. With 40 seconds on the clock, I hit Ty Lawson at the top of the key. Bang! Shot, clock, cheese. I'm honestly smiling ear to ear because if I had spent all that time and didn't get it this game, I would have crashed out. I'm ending this game with 2,600 skill points, and now there is only 1 more milestone to take off the list. Record 3 steals and 3 blocks in a single game. With the 3,000 skill points I had, I went ahead and upped my ball security, because why not? In this game against the Charlotte Bobcats, I was giving this rookie the blues. I blocked him on the 3-point line, and a few minutes later, got another block. Yeah, I knew this would be the game I get this milestone. In the first quarter, I was already able to get the blocks out the way with all 3 being on that rookie. The steals came almost as easily as the blocks. I got a steal when Henderson tried to post me up, and then read where DJ Augustine was going to pass the ball and snagged it out the air. And lastly, oh boy, this rookie cannot catch a break as I just take it right from his hands. That's going to do it for the last milestone of the day, and I walked away with 3,100 skill points for that game, dropping a damn near 83-point triple-double and completely wiping this first page of milestones clean off the board. And with the skill points I got, I'm maxing out my vertical particle to a 99, and that's gonna bring me to a 92 overall. Now, one of the most expensive attributes in this game is speed, and I have not touched it at all since I made this player. And judging by what I see online, upping my speed can be a massive overall booster. So what if I saved a ton of skill points and only threw them at my speed? Could I somehow finesse the 2K10 progression system and go ahead and hit this 99 overall way earlier than I expected? Well, that's what I plan to do for the next few hours. Since I knew this would take a while, I had to boot up the stream. I don't need a big crowd to play 2K, you know what I mean? You know, as long as the guys who are in here, like, that's fine with me, man. I don't care. Truthfully, chatting with you guys really helped me pass the time during these games. I even tried to put the legendary Nuggets rookie Corey Hicks on my back, although the coaching staff didn't see the potential in my boy just yet. Hicks got a DNP. With 3,700 SP in the bank, I tested the waters, upping my speed rating from a 70 to 72 to see if anything would happen. Nothing happened, but that's okay. I'm just gonna continue to save my bread. But at least in the next game, the Nuggets finally let my guy Hicks come off the bench and get some buckets. Come on, Hicks. I believe. Let's go. Let's fucking go, Hicks. And I did everything I could to make sure every game he played was a new career high. Let's go, Hicks. Hey, career high 4 points. Hicks, come on. That's 6. That is 6 for the Hicks. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Yo, that man Hicks had 10 points, bro. Yo, he had more than Chauncey Billups, and Chauncey played double the time. Eventually, we faced off against my old team, the Cavs, and surprisingly, pretty much everybody stayed. Even LeBron and Shaq were still here. And this would have been the time Bron was heading to Miami to form the Big Three and Shaq beginning his retirement tour. It didn't matter to me though, as we took them down with ease. I'm really just gonna speed through these next few games here because I don't know why my OBS wanted to crap out on the coloring, but essentially, me and this Nuggets team could not lose even if we tried, which made things really easy for stacking skill points. I really didn't know what my stopping point was going to be for saving up my skill points, so I literally just kept my head down and kept grinding. Truthfully, I could have gone this whole season without upgrading, but y'all, man, I'm tired. Okay, I've been doing this challenge for months and I'm ready to do almost anything to bring this to a close. But eventually, after getting a 40-point triple-double and completing a couple more drills, I amassed 20,000 skill points. And I knew that would be enough to do some real damage. So the moment of truth, I'm taking my speed from a 72 all the way to an 84, and that, my friends, is going to only bring me up 1 overall spot. Damn it, we have 1 more episode to do. And if you guys are wanting to see the last episode of this series, I need this video to hit 1,200 likes, maybe 1,000. 1,200? I don't know, somewhere in there. You guys get in between 1,000 and 1,200. I'll go ahead and drop the next and probably last episode of this series. I'll probably end up streaming when I hit 99 overall too. So make sure you are subscribed and hit that notification bell so that you can be alerted and be a part of the big day. And with that being said, guys, I'll catch you in the next one and probably the last one. See you later.
Rest at the end, not in the middle. And I took that to heart.
For the last 10 months, I have been putting myself through the most grueling challenge in NBA 2K history. Taking the very first MyPlayer in NBA 2K10 from a 40 overall all the way up to a 99. There are no shortcuts in this game, and there are definitely no microtransactions. Just pure, no BS grinding. If you've been rocking with me since day one, this is the moment we have been fighting for.
It's about damn time.
And if you're just discovering the channel, well, welcome to the grand finale. Because today, we do the impossible and finally put this journey to rest. And if at any point during this series you got any enjoyment, please leave a like on this video. And with that being said, guys, let's finish this. Throughout this whole journey up to this point of being a 93 overall, I have earned and spent 235,000 skill points. It's insane to think that the gap between the very first 40 overall MyPlayer and where we are currently in 2K isn't that huge. But since hitting 93 overall, getting these triple doubles have become a breeze. Now granted, I do have to play on 12-minute quarters to get them done, but earning these triple doubles is really the reason why I feel so confident that I can hit 99 overall in this exact episode. All right, boys, we are finishing this 40 to 99 challenge this episode. I don't care
what I have to do to get it done. I'm going to get it done. I do have a few things up my sleeve for how I think I'm going to be able to do it. All right, so right now we are sitting with 8,096 skill points after doing a few games, and you'll see there are a couple of milestones that I am able to get, or at least I'm getting pretty close to getting. The first one being record 5 triple doubles, and I'm only one away, and that's going to give me 1,500 skill points. And then eventually I want to record 10 triple doubles so I can get 2,000 skill points. And then I'm only 8 steals away from getting 750 skill points from steals. And then I guess as I'm doing that, I will get up to 25 double doubles for another 1,000. This is the only way I'm able to expedite this process in any way, because otherwise, you know what I mean, I just got to keep playing every single game. And the roadmap to 99, I mean, shit, like I'm creating the damn roadmap. I think my mentality is good. I don't need to touch it at all. Unless you guys think upping my clutch can get me there, let me know. I don't know. Actually, you guys won't know. It'll be at 99 overall. What the hell am I asking you? Defense, I mean, meh. I mean, the only thing I could see myself upgrading is my rebounding. Do I need it? No, but maybe, you know, it push come to shove. I'm hoping I don't got to upgrade all these things to get 99. I don't care if he's the greatest player of all time. I just want to see that number say 99, okay? That's all I want. Taking on the Houston Rockets, I was on a mission to finish the 5 triple-double milestone. Even Yao Ming couldn't stop me from getting these rebounds. So right now we have 32 points, 8 rebounds and 9 assists, so I'm actually very close to getting this. In the second half, I was able to snag my last 2 rebounds like they were nothing, and my last assist came from the rookie legend himself. Hicks, please, Hicks! Let's go! Hicks to secure the milestone. Who would have thought Hicks was the only one I could rely on? I'm gonna end this game with another milestone taken down and a whopping 3,400 skill points. And before I attempt to complete the 100 steals milestone, I wanted to make an upgrade that should help me get it and hopefully boost my overall. So we're gonna bring my steal to a 99 and hopefully this gets me up an overall spot. And yes, let's go. 94. Was not expecting to get that out of this, but I am so glad we did. I should be able to get this steal milestone easy now. Bro, when I tell y'all this 99 steal rating is going absolutely crazy, I wish this was one of the first things I upgraded in this game, because it has been a total game changer on defense. Not only was I able to finish the milestone and get over 3,000 skill points, but I damn near got a quadruple double. For the next few hours, the only thing on my mind was getting the rest of these milestones. Now, I kind of went a little overboard in the next game, nearly getting another quadruple double, and I only missed it by 1 rebound. With 10,000 skill points in the bank, I thought upgrading my layup all the way to a 94 would increase my overall. Unfortunately, I was wrong. So clearly, I need to go in a different direction with these upgrades, but at least I unlocked a bunch of layup packages. Right now, it feels like I just have to turn my brain off and hoop, but at least getting these double doubles is coming pretty easy for me. And after playing another 5 to 6 games on top of doing another drill, it was time to upgrade my player again. And this time, I figured out what is going to push me over the edge to a 99 overall. Now, this entire journey, I have never once thought to upgrade my rebounding, but looking at everybody's stats in the NBA, this game shows your offensive, defensive, and rebounding ratings as your top 3. So I said F it and finally decided to upgrade my defensive rebounding, and oh my god, I should have been doing this way sooner because it jumped me from a 94 to 96 overall. And after that, I really had to hop on stream because it might be in-game time. Since I'm only 3 triple doubles away from getting those sweet 2,000 skill points, that was the only thing on my mind the entire stream. Now, I thought it would be hard trying to multitask talking to you guys and getting a triple double, but it was surprisingly easy. Barely an inconvenience. Subscribe if you never want to miss a stream. So we just need 2 more triple doubles. If I move this 66 up to a 75, theoretically speaking, I should go up overall spot. Maybe. I could be wrong. Fuck. After playing 3 more games and unfortunately missing out on the last triple double to end the stream off, at least it all wasn't for nothing. My theory of upping my rebounding to boost my overall was about to show out. We're gonna take this offensive rebound from a 25 up to a 48, and that is going to... Hey, let's go. Even
Even though I didn't hit the triple-double milestone on stream, I was able to get it out the way the very next game. It's crazy that up to this point, we have only lost one game as a team, but to be honest, I could really care less about this record anymore. The second to last milestone on the list right now is to complete these 25 double-doubles. I only have 3 games left to get this, and thank God it's almost over because this has been an exhausting challenge. Truthfully, I feel like 2K has been very stingy when it comes to the milestone skill points. I mean, at least they fixed it in later titles, but man. But in this game against the Grizzlies, I was finally able to complete it. Now that we have knocked out most of the in-game challenges that I can complete, there's only one more goal that I have to reach to feel like it's time to end things off properly, making the All-Star team for 2,000 skill points. But right now, we are a little far away from that February date, and at a 97 overall, I really don't feel like I need to upgrade much of anything else right now to be dominant. So for the next few hours, I'm just gonna do my favorite thing and stack as much bread as possible. Also, side note, we ended up trading Ty Lawson and J.R. Smith. Unfortunate. But right now, we are sitting with over 20,000 skill points, and I really feel like I have the blueprint to end this series off once and for all. We're also very close to All-Star Weekend, so that means it's time to boot up the live stream again and try to capture the exact moment I cross the finish line. I'm gonna be honest, I really hope after dropping all these triple and double doubles, I'm at least in the running to make the All-Star team. Looking at my schedule, right? All right, you guys see it. So we're in February, and this is clearly All-Star Weekend, which I should have got invited to the All-Star game. And that's kind of what I'm banking on, because if you look at the milestones, right? Get selected to an All-Star team gives me 2,000 skill points. I should be able to click next, and hopefully that means I got put on the All-Star team. I should have made it. After pressing play next game, I got selected to an All-Star game, all right, but it was the rookie-sophomore game. Oh, it's the fucking rookie-sophomore game. God damn it. Which that does still mean I have a chance for the big game, but I gotta get through this one first. Hell no, buddy. Who the hell are you? And I don't know what these rookies had to eat before this game, but they turned into the greatest players I have ever gone against thus far. If I told you guys I was an 80 overall, you would probably believe me because it looks like it. Oh, shit. Who are these people? 99 layup, by the way. Sham God of Hell. Oh my God, what the bro, y'all not even playing defense on your man, you just crashing the At this point, I'm just trying to end this game as quick as possible because clearly we stand no chance. We might be the only sophomores to get our ass kicked in the All-Star game, but that's okay. We only got 500 skill points for that, but at least that pushed us over the edge of having 26,000 skill points. And this is not the All-Star game I'm quitting. Oh, I think it is. Okay, cool. I did make the All-Star game. Devin Harris, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Kevin Garnett, and Shaquille O'Neal. Look at that. Look at them. Look at them East and West jerseys. I'm glad I made it, but these teams are pretty lopsided between the East and Western Conference. Me, Kevin Martin, Tony Park. Oh my God. Okay, we're a little... All right, the West is a little screwed right now. And since I went into this game knowing that 2K was not going to let me go crazy like the 97 overall that I am, I had to play this one smart, playing immaculate defense and hitting the guys open on the cuts. If 2K wouldn't allow me to go crazy on the offensive end, then I hope my playmaking would let me get the All-Star Player of the Game vote. Truthfully, this game was going pretty well. I could not only see a win in our near future, but that All-Star MVP was in the bag. Even with these lopsided teams, I really felt like there was nothing that could possibly get in the way of me finishing this game with a win. Or so I thought. Be able to play with so many conferences, like it's not gonna be, because then you couldn't really flesh out the no, yo, it froze. No, it f***ing froze. Yo. You're lying. Hold on. Come on, please. Bro, it's like the whole console is frozen. It's never froze one time. This entire series, my PS3 has never froze. It might be cooked, y'all. It might be cooked. Like something out of a storybook, my game wanted to crash at the very end of the series. Now luckily, my save game data was not corrupted, but that whole All-Star game had to be thrown in the trash. But maybe it was a sign from the 2K gods that it was finally time for the final upgrade. This might be time to upgrade to the 99 overall. There might have been a sign by 2K themselves telling me to stop with the bullshit because you've already hit it. If you guys think I'm going to hit this after making my upgrades, make sure to hit the like button on the stream, man. So what we are going to do is max out the defensive rebound to a 99. And with the remaining skill points, we are going to upgrade our offensive rebound to an 83. And guys, for the series, I'm going to press start, confirm these attributes, and let's fucking go! Let's go! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! We did this sh**. Hell fucking yeah! Who cares that we didn't finish the All-Star game? We didn't need it. We didn't need the All-Star game. 2K already knew I hit it. 2K already knew I hit it. Let's fucking go. Let's go. We started this series all the way back in June 2025, and we are finally finishing it in March 2026. After 160 games and 295,157 skill points earned, the longest series I have ever done, taking the very first MyPlayer from a 40 to 99 overall can finally come to an end and rest. And if you're curious about what milestones I had to do to get to this point, here is everything that I completed, and also here is everything that I have upgraded to get me to a 99 overall. So feel free to pause and take a screenshot if you are planning to do this yourself one day. I literally had to do this from scratch because there is no guide on how to do this fast, but when there isn't a bridge to walk on, you build it yourself. Like I told y'all, I do not quit a series. Man, if you have been here since the very beginning, let me know down below that you are a day one, and let me know what your favorite moment of the entire series was. And drop a like on this video if this series gave you any enjoyment whatsoever. And if we can get this to like 1.5k likes, I'll do another Retro 2K series very soon. But with that being said, guys, thank you for tuning in to the series, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.